me when I'm on the when I on the toilet and there's a big when it is on the toilet and you have to have it and they got like a weird paper next to it and shit. What the fuck were we talking about? I'm live, by the way.
I think we were talking about toilets and shitting in them.
Oh, that's weird. Why were we talking about that?
I don't know. Haven't you guys missed us so much?
Hi. What's good?
What's good, homeboy?
I should, like, announce that the stream is live and stuff. So that people can tune into it. I guess it helps if I get a link to the stream. And when I announce that the stream is live.
To find the stream link, you must answer our riddles 3.
What are the riddles?
How you doing? What's good, homeboy? And what were we talking about again?
What are we talking about?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
No, really, what were we talking about? I was typing my intro stuff.
We were basically just talking about setting up for stream, and now the stream is set up.
Oh shit, are we setting up for stream?
So I've heard, so I'm told.
When are we streaming?
I'm told today in anywhere from an hour to a few minutes to right now.
Oh, how about right now? Does that work for you?
Yeah, that works for me. I'm not doing anything.
Oh. You're not doing anything. You're on a call with me.
Well, besides that...
I thought we were gonna stream. What do you mean you're not doing anything? What
I'm always
duh?
doing something, it's a problem.
It is. You gotta take a fucking vacation.
I can't afford that!
They gotta let you afford that.
Can someone make my boss pay me twice as much for no additional work?
That sounds fair.
A bonus, and also a house for free.
Yeah, that sounds
Any
fair.
state, or continent, or country, or province.
I like that you went for continent first.
I was trying to remember the word for province, and I couldn't!
You could have just said country.
I also forgot that word! I was like, what do you call the states in Canada? Continents, right?
You don't call them anything. There are no states there.
Exactly!
I have so many websites I have to post this shit on.
There's too many websites.
Who allowed this? Who said this was okay?
I was about to say we need less websites, but actually I believe the opposite.
We should all just have one website that we all go to, and it's the website that we use, and it's really good, and then some guy comes and takes over management and makes it really bad, and then we all have to use 20 websites again. That'll fix the problem.
Surely this will fix it.
In completely unrelated news, I ended up making an account on Blue Sky.
I love seeing people just discover you're there and go, oh shit, hey Holly.
Yeah. The most fun way I've enjoyed this fucking website is I just made the account and I'll make fucking posts whenever I feel like it. And I don't, like, actively seek out anyone to follow. I'll just have them show up, like, on my dashboard or in my notes, and I'll be like, oh, wait, I remember you, you're cool, I'll follow you. Up to and literally including, like, my fucking friends. I don't fucking know who's using this stupid website.
I think there's many funny things about you being on Blue Sky now. The funniest, selfishly for me, is as soon as you joined Blue Sky, I saw a bunch of people start following me, clearly because they saw you and went, shit, she's following this person.
They're calling me the tastemaker for some godforsaken reason.
Yup.
I guess I should also make a post on Blue Sky that I'm live.
Do people do that on Blue Sky?
I'm doing it right now. I don't give a shit what other people do on this website. I pay no attention to that. I barely look at my dashboard.
This is a joke. People just use it like Twitter. They post stream links on there because it's just Twitter again.
Okay. I think that's all my fucking links to shit. I think. And if I missed one, that's okay. This stream was a little bit of like a seat of my pants decision to do anyway. Originally, like, I was like, oh, I'll fucking stream like really early in the morning and that'll be good. And then I woke up and I was groggy as fuck and I was like, I don't know. And then Scorpy was streaming this morning and I was like, I kind of just want to watch that instead. And then I hung out for that. And then I was like, maybe I'll just do it tomorrow. But there's, like, really fucking bad smoke and smog here because of the wildfires blowing east. And that's clearing up more, like, tomorrow. So I was like, fuck it, I want to go outside tomorrow, then. Today can be my fucking sit inside and don't do shit day. I don't have to worry about Smoker's trick as much tomorrow, so... Get that shit done today. The weather has been gross since I got back from visiting Southern California. Weather was surprisingly, like, moderate and temperate when I was visiting you.
Literally, my mama texted me today, like, oh no, Holly would have been better off if she'd stay here, fuck! Several days, I would just be checking, like, the local weather reports in, like, Celsius and just be like, oh, that's not so bad, actually. That's relatively cool, considering it's, the desert state. And then I would look at, like, the weather report back home, and it was, like, I mean, much cooler, but also, like, really gross and rainy. So I got to enjoy a lot of, like, nice weather, nice sun, relatively alright air, considering it's SoCal. And then I go home, and there's, like, one night, one day of, like, beautiful, cool weather. I have all the windows rolled open. It's wonderful. I'm living it up. I go for a nice walk with my sister. We saw a cat that looked kind of like Lola, but had funny ears, and didn't really understand, like, how to get pet. It kept, like, jumping up to, like, people's hands instead of, like, you know, you go in for a pet and the cat kind of bumps you. This motherfucker was, like, rearing up on its hind legs and pouncing, like, oh, jump. It was really funny. So that was good. The immediate day after, it's like, oh, I've got to get my air conditioner, like, cleaned out and set up because it's, like, approaching 30 Celsius and fucking, humid. And then, now that it's cooled down a little bit, the smoke is rolling in. Yeah.
So, it's been really fucking funny coming back to all that. But you know how it is.
You know how it is with the wildfires.
Also, there's a shit ton of rabbits.
There's so many bunnies in your world.
There's at least 3 babies in our backyard now. You know, in and out. I don't know if they live here. But, you know, there's a bunch around the area now. Very small. Fit in the palm of your hand. Fit in the palm of Puzz's hand, because you got small hand.
I might need both hands for them on account of my small.
No, they're very small.
They're that small?
They're very small.
Oh.
Just a little fucking things.
Oh, little thing, little guy.
And my parents keep cooing at them like, okay, you stay in the backyard now. Don't you run out into the front where it's dangerous. Don't get near the cars, okay? You can come in our house if you want and live there forever where it's safe.
Won't get a cat, though.
My dad was trying to verbally teach them what a lawnmower was so that they wouldn't be scared forever when he mowed the lawn.
Aww.
They don't understand because they're rabbits, but... It's good. It's good to see the critters again. And all the birds. I did miss the birds. There's less birds in your area.
Yeah, we get them once out. There's a lot of big ass fucking crows that live around me, but not a lot of like little tree type of birds like you got. Certainly no black tip of wing red. I do miss them.
Oh, the red-winged blackbirds. See, you just gotta come out here more often, or move here, and you can see the birds with me.
Anyone want to offer me a well-paying job and a visa and a house?
You've got that shit lying around, right? You, the audience watching the stream, definitely.
Costco-sama, if you're out there.
You're the sort. Oh, right. Advertisements happen on Twitch. It's gonna play an ad. It says soon, but I just realized it said soon for like 2-3 minutes. So, any second now, the system that works is going to work, I guess. So I don't want to get too much into a fucking conversation that's gonna get interrupted by that. I guess this is the part of the stream where we just talk about our Deltarune spoilers, huh?
I would love to talk about every single spoiler. I can't even talk about everything. I didn't have a chance to tell you, honey. Did not beat the final boss last night.
I see.
Got maybe a third of the way in and died and was like, it's 11:30. I don't have the reflexes for this right now.
That'll do it.
I don't have the reflexes for it any time, to be clear, but especially not at 11:30 p.m. after playing Deltarune for 5 hours.
Yeah, by your own admission, not good at video games, you keep saying.
I'm realizing the biggest thing with this and many other video games that I write off as like, oh, I'm just bad at it. I have really
There's the ads,
delayed...
okay.
There's the ads. I have really delayed reaction times.
You do, I noticed that.
Yeah, it makes it very difficult when, say, you're playing a bullet hell game.
Uh-huh. There's this really funny thing that you'll do that I'm really, really charmed by. I realized what the sound was that I was thinking of. It wasn't mascot platformer. It's when you're playing Terraria and your character is a woman and you get hurt and you just go, oh, oh, whoa, oh, whoa, whoa. So anyways, when Puzz is playing these games, when a bullet is about to hit her, or, like, comes close to hitting her, she'll, like, feel real-life sympathetic pain, and the response is to vocalize that by going, oh, oh.
That's not true. Oh, sometimes I also scream in genuine terror.
That's only sometimes, though.
I did it so bad I gave you a migraine. I felt really bad.
When was that?
When I was fighting the Chapter 3 secret.
I don't remember that at all.
You had to beg me to stop, and then like an hour later you're like, I have a really bad headache, I have to get off, sorry.
No, that's because I was like... That's because I gave myself a fucking tension headache clenching trying to fight one of the bosses, hon.
I still don't even know what one you're talking about, because I haven't found most of the secrets.
Uh-huh.
I found a lot of Chapter 4 ones just by accident, which is funny.
I haven't done Chapter 4 yet, so I don't know what that means. Aside from what you showed me, which I do know what that means.
Yeah, I'm talking about what I showed you!
You're scared to look at chat with Deltarune spoilers. We're not talking any spoilers, that was a joke. There's no actual spoiler talk happening.
And if any of you do start talking spoilers, we'll get you.
There is a no spoilers tag on the stream, it's true. You can't spoil anything in the whole world. Don't ever do it.
Not even any.
Or something will happen. We don't know what's gonna happen, though. We haven't checked.
We literally don't know.
We also don't know what the Louis tag means. Please be careful. Something might happen with it soon.
You need to stay safe.
You always stay safe. Thank you, please. I love you, but all the love that you get, but there's going to be a bad wonderstorm and a snowstorm. Don't go outside your house.
I love you. Please stay safe.
No, it's thank you, please. We're gonna pull up Boo Boo right fucking now. Hang on.
I love to watch Boo Boo. This is not a punishment for me.
It wasn't intended as a punishment. I just wanted to watch Boo Boo. That's like the teacher rolling out the fucking TV on the cart and you going like, this isn't even a punishment for me. Like, what do you mean? Here. How do I have my fucking scenes set up again on this shit?
It sure has been over a month since streaming, huh, everyone?
Yeah, huh. Weird how that happened. What happened?
I don't know, some sort of United State.
Did I go somewhere or something?
So I've heard.
I guess I could screen share this with you so you could also see it. Might be helpful.
I love to see Boo Boo.
Well, you're about to see Boo Boo.
Yay!
Welcome to Museum Network News. I'm John Molesky. At this hour, we're covering breaking news. We take you now live to our correspondent with an update.
Hello, you know, this is the flash storm. So it's about to have a bad thunderstorm and
a snowstorm.
So I want you to stay in your house and don't get out. You might get hurt, but you always stay safe.
You always stay safe.
Don't go out your house until tomorrow morning. Thank you, please. I love y'all, but stay safe. But I don't want you to get hurt in the storm. But all the love that you got, but this.
Thanks for that update. Keep it right here on Museum Network News for all the latest information.
Boo Boo. Please. Thank you, please. I have to be especially careful about showing my fucking like YouTube recommending you look at these videos at the end of the video now, because I'm the little scamp that looks at the end of the book before she's done reading it. So I've been looking up Deltarune stuff. So, you know, people being the way they are, a bunch of these thumbnails have spoiler shit in them. So I have to like rapidly start disarming landmines before the video ends to make sure that none of you get to see it.
Please, you do not get to know.
I'm glad I don't give a shit, but I have to give a shit for the sake of the people watching my stream. So I guess this is the bit where we can just talk about what we've been up to for the past month, huh?
Yeah, we did a thing or two in the past month.
A couple. I guess I can swap over to like this screen as well so you can see the talk sprites. And let me turn off my little AC unit. It's not too hot right now, but just so I don't have to worry about the rumbling picking up over my mic.
Yeah, might as well if it's not too hot.
Mm-hmm. I fucking forgot to change my talk sprite.
I was gonna say, what am I looking at, honey?
Well,
who's playing?
It's when I'm not talking, it's Golden Mole, and when I am talking, it's who's playing.
Who's playing?
Who's playing?
I think Holly might be playing, and I think it might be RuneScape, but I'm not quite sure.
Well, I'm not playing it yet. It's just up on screen. Hang on. Let me get some actual talk sprites on deck here. It doesn't matter which one of these I fucking pick, since we're just kind of doing something agnostic today in that regard.
Agnostic is a really funny way to describe it.
What? I'm picking a talk sprite that's game agnostic. It doesn't matter.
I just like it. I just like the mouthfeel of that.
Oh, this looks small as fuck. Hang on. I'm too small in my damn chair like this. I have to choose one that's bigger.
She's far away. She's in the distance.
They made me far away and so small, so I have to change it.
I must shout out that my sprite today was actually made by my friend JPG9 on Tumblr and Blue Sky. Great work by that guy.
Yay.
He found the exact perfect stock photos to use for this.
You know what I haven't fucking used in a while?
What haven't you used in a while,
fucking
Mila?
Rat Chef.
Oh, hang on.
Uh-huh.
Give me a second.
Oh, I don't have it in me to try and align them properly.
Okay.
I mean, you can make yours the rat if you want. It'll just be like floating on its own to the side.
With two unattached clumps of hair in my
Uh-huh.
wrists.
Which, I mean, is pretty funny if you think about it.
No, see, this is the bit we're doing today. I'm the Museum News Network correspondent, and we're going to Holly's cooking show.
Hello, this is the fast flash storm. It's gonna have a big wonderstorm and a snowstorm. Thank you, please. Do I still have disgusting green? Yes, I do. I can make a disgusting green ghost appear behind me.
What does that mean?
What the fuck is that? What is that?
Oh god!
Get that shit out of here! I'm scared! I'm straight up running away because I'm scared.
That's frightful!
I have to stand next to my partner now because I'm afraid of a damn green Slimer.
It's okay. I'll keep you safe forever.
Thank you, I love you. You're nice to me.
I love you too. Yeah, you're nice to me.
What's this image? That's Big Bluster Kong.
Is that good? Do I need to protect you?
We can put him on screen because I'm not playing RuneScape yet.
This is the part of the stream where we play with JPGs like dolls.
Well, there we go. Now he's Cape.
Cape.
So I was away from May. I was not home for May. I guess I should say, hey, I also haven't, done my job in, a month. So if you want to support the stream, it would be especially appreciated, all things considered.
Please give my wife money. She deserves it. She works very hard, even when she's not technically quote-unquote at her job. She's thinking about and doing hard work. And also, just look at her. Look at her.
What was that?
She deserves your $3.
Why, what happened?
She's just lovely. Look at her.
Made a bagel today.
Oh, I wish you could have made me a bagel today.
I ate a bagel with fucking eggs on it today.
Yeah. I also do see on my funny screen that, at least for me, we are currently having a 35% off gift subs sale type of thing on Twitch.website.
Is that a thing?
Apparently that's a thing. At least it is on my end. So if that's true on your end, good time to gift sub.
Well, you can give out gift subs for cheap if you want. You can also tip directly through PayPal and Streamlabs and shit. You can subscribe on your own. If you've got Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime, whatever the fuck that shit is called, that's free if you already have it. You don't gotta pay anything for a sub. You can, what the fuck else do I, plug and chill during these? Are we sponsored? Is this shit sponsored?
God, I wish.
We got Costco on the line here. We got Kirkland.
Please, Costco-sama, we'll do anything.
The stream is sponsored by my favorite hamburger chain, La Belle Province.
Hamburguersy.
You cannot start on the fucking hambourgeois. I mean, I guess you should, all things considered. That's part of what happened.
We did last month.
So...
I went to Canada for the first time last month, chat.
For a couple of days in the start of May, Puzz flew up here to come hang out for a couple of days before
and with your
PAX
support,
East.
I can do it again.
With the help of viewers like you, Puzz can get time off at work? Question mark? Is that how that works?
Sponsored by what?
Kind of, yeah. If you guys chuck financial support, if you can afford it, behind me and or my wife, then both of us can afford to take time off and go and see each other. And especially with not to get too heavy or nothing, but with the way that the American government is being run as of late, it is much harder for either of us to work remotely. So taking time off in the other's country means literally having to take time off because it is not safe to work remotely.
Yeah, I've seen the shit been happening at the border. I don't want to risk coming over and streaming. You know? So
and I don't even know if I can technically do my job remotely. There's less risk because of the way it is, but there's still risk. They still don't want you going outside of America to work, even if you're still doing work for America.
It's just something you gotta talk to your employers about, and I guess they talk to their legal teams about or whatever.
Yeah, I have to talk to a lawyer about is what I'm going to do.
It's been especially frustrating just because, I feel like something like streaming or like quote-unquote content creation or whatever is like kind of a weird gray area, but also like I've tried to look up any specifics on it, and there are no specifics on it. It's a bunch of people that don't know shit going, oh yeah, you can do it, and then, oh no, you can't do it, and then a lot of people going, I don't know shit, I don't know. So... Assume tipping directly through Streamlabs probably gets the biggest share of it to you. Yeah. Yeah.
Correct.
That's why it's an option. You don't get emotes or whatever, but some people don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm. If your target is give as much money directly to Holly as possible and or give as little to Amazon as possible, that's how you do it.
Yup. I keep forgetting horrific green is just on the side of the screen over there.
Yeah, that's why you're here. I'm protecting you.
Oh, thank you. It's so scary when that shit is over there. What?
It's really quite scary.
Why is the rhino here?
I love how slowly he moves. Oh god, look out, honey!
What's wrong?
Get behind me!
Why, what's the issue?
Okay, he's past us. We should be safe. Oh god, look out, strange green!
Dude, weird green is fucked.
Oh, I can't watch. Oh, look away, honey.
What is the issue?
Oh, it's okay. Strange green is safe.
Oh, that's good, I think.
It's great or bad. We're not sure yet. Oh god!
So you came here at the start of last month.
Yeah, it was lovely. I want to spend more time there.
Uh-huh.
I miss the East Coast in general, and Quebec is quite lovely, and also my wife lives there.
Quebec is a very nice place to visit at the very least, IMO.
Yup.
I took her to the botanical gardens. It was very pretty.
How lovely.
We went through the greenhouse.
It was a wonderful little outing.
Yeah. We did a little bit of the Chinese garden they have there. We walked through the rose garden and all of the roses were fucking raised. They were all just like someone hacked them all up, gone. Just the stalks left, which was really funny.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to the rose garden. Don't worry about the lack of roses.
No more roses. They're gone now.
Welcome to the garden.
Well, that's all of it. Is there an aquarium of note in the city? I don't think so. I mean, there's the fucking biodome, but that's got like a bunch of like animals and shit there. There's got penguins.
We should go to the biodome, if only because something called a biodome is really scary in a funny way.
Well, one, I think you would like the biodome in general. Two, it's right next to the botanical garden, which you already wanted to go back to. Three,
exactly.
It's by like the Olympic Stadium Park, which I also wanted to take you to just because it's cool to look at. You got to see the Olympic Stadium looming in the distance.
Yeah, it was really scary.
Uh-huh. You got to see the Big O. Still under construction to this day.
Surely one day they'll finish it, just like that one highway in Florida.
No, the Expo 67 one is the Biosphere. Different from the
right.
Biodome.
I forgot about the different bios.
They got the bios, which confused me nonstop as a kid and made me really frustrated because they simply should have named them differently, otherwise you get them mixed up a lot.
They must get so many out-of-town tourists mixing them up, but especially like if folks are like not English as their primary language, like that's gotta be a nightmare for the people working there.
Uh-huh. It made me so, like, small child righteously angry. It was like, it's not fair. You can't be doing this. An adult needs to get in contact with someone about this. I need an admin or a moderator or a TF2 player to get in contact with the people in charge right now. Get this sorted. It's not okay.
It's not okay.
The Biosphere isn't even a damn ball. It's a normal building inside of a damn ball.
And we had quite a discussion about that.
Oh my god, I fucking forgot. That's like one of the few times we've had like a heated argument with each other was about the fucking Biosphere.
It is because it was us heatedly debating the semantics of what constitutes a sphere.
I don't even remember the specifics of it or like what side either of us was on.
Because it doesn't fucking matter! matter!
Of course it doesn't matter. That's why it got so heated.
I'm very grateful for a lot of things in our relationship. Most of all, that the only things we have ever genuinely argued about are dumb as fuck things that neither of us are actually invested in and don't matter.
Uh-huh.
It's like talking about where we want to live long term and how to navigate like immigration, emigration, and like politics and all the general things and like being a same gender couple and dealing with like gender nonconformity and transition. All of that is like perfectly measured, like thoughtful, analyzing all sides of the fucking discussion, like talks that we both are very like that we both like value and like really like are considerate about.
That shit is really easy to talk about. That shit is really easy to talk about because it's easy to go, yeah, the answer's complicated. But this
talking about what constitutes a sphere, no holds barred.
The fucking biosphere, dude. It's going to ruin our marriage someday. It's going to be great.
To the person asking, is a sphere a restaurant? Can someone get that guy?
Can someone ban that guy, Mots? Empty their pockets. Take them out.
Snipers!
String them on the side of the bridge. Dump buckets of cold rainwater on them. Dump buckets of warm rainwater on them. Dump buckets of hot rainwater on them.
So yes, the ham bourgeois is the other thing we lengthy argument about. Less an argument and more, I just pointed it and went, that's really funny, and you had some feelings about it.
So, okay. I guess for the sake of what little context is necessary, we were like driving home with my folks from the botanical garden after like a wonderful day. A wonderful, beautiful day at the botanical garden. Such a great time. It was wonderful. I'm glad I got to take you there. I'm excited to take you there again in the fall when they have like all the fall decorations out and show you like more of the outside stuff, hopefully when the weather's cooler. We passed by a fucking burger joint because, you know, Montreal got fucking burger joints. We got our fucking casse-croûte. We got our greasy spoons. We've got our Petit Quebec. We got our La Belle Province. We got that shit. We got it. And one of them in a fucking window, just, you know, saying, like, what they got, and they got, like, you know, fries, les frites, they got hot dog, and they said they got burger, and they spelled that shit hambourgeois, which, by technicality, is the correct French spelling of hamburger, yes. No one fucking calls it that. No one fucking calls a hamburger an hambourgeois here. It's not done. You go and you get a hamburger, you're getting a fucking burger. If you're getting a cheeseburger, you're getting un cheese. That shit is not an hambourgeois. No one calls it that. Why did they have the gall to put that in their window? And I know why. Probably because of the fucking stupid French language laws that mandate it. So you have to have French shit primarily or exclusively in, like, any of your businesses, like, labeling or branding or anything like that. So, like, they probably legally had to or felt like they had to. But no one fucking calls it that. And and little miss over here, the love of my life, the apple of my eye, the wind in my sails, the stars in my sky, keeps just going like, oh man, hambourgeois.
And one, always pronouncing it wrong because I'm very bad with my French. I haven't studied French in years.
That part was fine.
And two,
it deserves to be said wrong.
And two, only bringing it up at all because I am thinking in my head, haha, rise up against the hambourgeois. That's awesome.
Because isn't that just what, like, bourgeois means? Is burger, in that sense?
I don't know.
Like, is that, cause bourgeois is, like, a French word. And I assume it's, like, you know, like, burger, like, you know, burgher type of thing. Being the equivalent.
Probably, that makes sense.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm just looking this shit up on Wikipedia now. Let's see. The modern French word bourgeois derived from Old French bourgeois or town dweller, which derived from bourg or market town, from the Old Frankish burg or town. So a burger, someone from a town. In other European languages, the etymologic derivations include Middle English burgess, Middle Dutch burger, the German burger, the modern English burgess, then Spanish and Portuguese and Polish, which I cannot pronounce. Which occasionally is synonymous with the intelligentista. Or, sorry, intelligenza. Intelligentista is a good name for, like, a drag queen. Whose gimmick is, I don't know, dressing up like Alfred Einstein.
That'll be my drag look when I just overperform femininity and carry around my master's degree.
Uh-huh. Intelligentsia, and I'll be your cohort. I'll be an interferencia.
Exactly.
It's that easy. So yeah, I wasn't even getting mad at you for, like, saying it or whatever. I'm just getting mad at the nerve of them to have that in their fucking window. No one calls it that. That's not... No one uses that word in Quebec. I don't know if anyone uses that word in fucking France. And bourgeois.
Past the French.
The audacity. The fucking audacity. And then I remember I just spent a lot of time looking up, like, that specific chain of, like, Greasy Spoon diner establishment and realizing how many fucking imitators there were.
Oh my god, the brand filed off imitators are so funny.
Uh-huh. Like the original actual restaurant is, you know, La Belle Province. See? And, like, hang on. Hang the fuck on. I've pulled up, like, an actual image of, like, that someone took of, like, the window of a Belle Pro. And it just says hamburger there.
It just says hamburger.
It just
and
says
hot dog.
Hamburger there. Yeah, hot dog is fine. You can say hot dog, that's fine. No one's gonna make you say fucking chien chaud.
It says super special.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Laws are fake.
Well, no, super and spécial. There's an accent on the E, so you know it's the French word.
The French can go to hell.
I've been saying this since about 1994.
Here's your first words. It was really weird.
I don't remember what my first words were on account of I was a baby when it happened. I never checked.
You never checked?
Anyways, so the fucking... They've got Belle Pro all over, like, the fucking province and stuff. But there was, like, legal contention at some point because they were like, well, other restaurants can't name themselves that. Because, like, the way the chain works is it's like, it's like fucking, what do you call it? It's like, you know, it's franchised. But, like, each one is, like, independently franchised, so you do, like, whatever the fuck with it. Sort of thing. But there was legal contention because it was like, well, other people are naming them the restaurants shit like that, but you can't do that because you're not franchising through us, and this is our restaurant, and you're taking our name. And then there was, like, you know, court cases whenever the fuck this happened. There's also no citation on Wikipedia about this, so I'm kind of scratching my head a little bit, thinking it. But, La Belle Province is like an official slogan of the province.
It is among us.
So you can't just go, like, you're not allowed to name your restaurant after the provincial slogan because we already did it. So you get a lot of other Belle Pros, but also you get them, like, name shit like Belle Province 2, La Plus Belle Province, which is, you know, the more Belle province, La Belle Québécoise, and La Très Belle Province. I don't know if any of these are real, considering this also has citation needed next to it. This might be a case of this one cookie article that one of my friends keeps going to and, like, adding fake cookie nicknames to over the years, and, like, no one has ever, like, put any of these under contention. It's like for American. Let me help you understand, since this is already hamburger. It's like if you go like to a place and there's like a place called like, I don't know, Tacos Locos, and then you go like 7 towns down and there's Tacos Locos 3.
I'm almost certain that that's real, like that specific example.
Oh, for sure. I literally saw a couple things like that when I was visiting you, but don't remember the specific names. I just saw that kind of thing and it was like, I've finally seen one in person. It's beautiful. I've been waiting so long to see this. That sort of thing. It's like that, but for like hot dogs and burgers. And bourgeois. Fuck off.
We did not get an bourgeois.
Well, you wouldn't be able to have one. You're vegetarian.
I could have a veg bourgeois.
These fucking places do not have vegetarian food, hun.
No.
No. These types of places super do not. Like, I don't even know if you could have the fries. I don't know if they do that shit in, like, animal fat or just peanut oil. That's we would have to go somewhere else if you wanted to also have a meal.
Yup. For all the like beauty and joy and things to do and see in Quebec, I don't know if it's necessarily the most vegetarian friendly province.
Montreal definitely is. Montreal has like really, really good food options, and then like if you're in relative close proximity of Montreal, you're also like probably all right, and then like, you know, grocery store offerings are good in that regard as well.
Well, that's the grocery store. They got vegetable.
Yeah, but they also have like other shit, like, you know, tofu and like meat made out of peas or whatever, you know? They got that kind of stuff there now. But like, yeah, outside of like the city, good luck.
Yup.
Seems to be my understanding.
That was one of many reasons that when I had the chance to go on the opportunity, not the chance, because I couldn't actually go for many reasons because I was poor.
Right.
But one of many reasons that my mom was like, maybe we don't send you to Quebec on the school trip when you were 13 and vegetarian and bullied and the teachers don't care for you. Many cases. So we couldn't afford it anyway.
Many cases.
Many such cases.
What else did we do in Quebec? It was just kind of a lot of hanging out, just because we were only there for a couple of days.
We're hoping to do more when I go in the fall.
Yeah, because you're gonna have a little more time here.
Yeah. Oh, I hope I can get as much fucking time as possible.
Fingers crossed on that front.
Cashing out that fucking PTO.
Yup.
Gonna be working full-time the entirety of PAX so I can afford to take time off and see my wife.
Oh, hon.
Listen.
I'm listening.
Technically, it won't be the entirety of PAX. It'll just be the first day of PAX, because the rest of it's on weekend.
True. And then we took a Greyhound bus down to Boston for PAX East, because I had never taken like a bus ride like that before, and I was like, I want to try it. We can get the scenic route.
I've never taken one that long. It was pretty alright. I know now not to rely on the internet, and I know that I need to have a coffee on hand boarding the bus, or else I will get a withdrawal migraine. But other than that, not too bad.
Well, for one, we were driving through like the fucking mountains and woodlands, so like, yeah, the internet's gonna be spotty there.
But
also
having it be like, yeah, we have internet on the bus. You can use the internet on the bus. It is based on cell phone data, so there is a cap to it, and if we are in a place where there's no cell phone reception, you just don't have it. And I was like, great. I saw that your bus had Wi-Fi and counted on being able to do a full day of work, so I didn't have to cash all my PTO.
Nope. I am glad I like looked at like the plans when you were looking over them, and I was just kind of like, actually, I think I'm good just looking out the window and taking a nap or something.
My beautiful napping moving vehicles wife.
I don't know what it is about them. They rock me to sleep.
It's quite beautiful.
I'm in a car ride literally any length going anywhere and I have to fight to stay awake. It's just like, oh god, oh I could feel it coming on. Oh, it's bedtime.
It was a miracle you were awake for the hambourgeois. You were asleep on and off that whole ride.
I sure goddamn was. It was a miracle. It was a fucking arrow straight from God to make me see Ambourgeois.
Oh yeah, bus ride was pretty alright.
Yep.
The one time it got rough was at the very end when it turns out we were arriving at the same time as a fucking Red Sox game. So
made the fucking mistake.
Traffic.
We made the fucking mistake of booking a bus into Boston on the day of a fucking Sox game. I was just expecting, like, you know, normal after work rush hour traffic. No, there was a sports game. So it took us a while to get to our depot. Mm-hmm. And oh my god,
no.
there was multiple this one woman, but there was this one woman.
One specifically.
Well, no, you don't know which one I'm talking about, because I could be talking about multiple of them.
No, I think I know.
No, I don't think you do. I'm talking about the Quebec old woman, not the other one.
Oh.
This one woman that kept getting up to, like, ask about her stop, and bless the fucking patience of that bus driver. She did not understand anything he said. Like, she understood what he said, but she didn't understand.
Him.
Right, she didn't understand anything that he said. A new secret woman has been invented? No, this is an old white woman from Quebec. This is a
woman who's been known for some time now.
This is a woman that's been known for several hundred years by this point. Quite frankly, we've been having these for some time. So kept asking, like near the start of the fucking bus ride too, was just like
the second stop right after the border was like, no, we're not there, man. This is an 8-hour bus.
It was just like, do you know when is my stop? And the bus driver was just like, well, we can look at the schedule here. Yeah, it looks like your stop is several hours from now. How many stop until mine though? And, like, he counted them out for her after, like, some like, well, miss, it's gonna be a couple hours anyways. But how many stop is it, though? And finally, like, counted them out for her and was like, are you sure? How many stop is it, though? And then, like, nearish the end of the ride, kept getting up to ask about her stops.
And, like, actively contradicting the bus driver. Like, oh, and I talked to someone back there, and they showed me the website, and he's like, well, I do this trip every day, ma'am, and here is where your stop is.
The best part is I was being nosy, and I was overhearing her talking to this person on the bus. And the person on the bus she was talking to gave her the right info. And she understood the wrong thing! And then went to go talk to the bus driver, and was then like, oh, but this person told me something else, when they didn't tell her something else at all.
She just decided maybe she could will it so.
And just getting, like, increasingly frustrated with this poor bus driver, just being like, I don't know what to tell you, ma'am, this is the schedule, this is how it works.
Must be emphasized, I imagine this is going to make the audience erupt in a chorus of, oh, yeah, bus driver was a black man, maybe in his mid to late 20s, maybe 30s.
Yep, and we'll get to that in a sec. On account of the other woman that was mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
I think part of her confusion was there was two stops right next to each other that had similar names, but one was like an airport stop, and she was trying to get to the airport. God bless her, I hope she found her fucking flight after she got to the airport. What an experience that was.
That extremely Quebecois woman who doesn't understand anything. Godspeed.
Uh-huh.
I hope you were at the right airport somehow.
I have to wonder. I have to wonder.
'Cause, like, I don't think it was like the Newark airport or something like that. I don't
think
that's an international airport.
No. Well, she took the bus internationally, so she did that part.
God only knows what that woman was up to, honestly.
Who knows? It could be anything. So, we get to, like, closer to the greater Boston area, and we're in traffic for a while on account of there's a Sox game happening, and it's rush hour. So we're like, oh, okay, we're gonna be late. Well, whatever. And, you know, we get to our depot. And the bus driver is apologetic, like, you know, I'm real sorry, folks, we got stuck in traffic, not much we can do about it. I apologize for getting you late. If you need to, like, make connections or whatever, you can go here, here, or here. If anyone needs, like, priority connection, you can get off first, kind of thing. You know, normal stuff. So they do that, then the rest of us get off the bus, we're getting our stuff, Puzz and I are, like, you know, getting our luggage with us, we get to an elevator, we get on, there's this one woman who gets on with us, whose voice I recognize as, like, talking very loudly during a lot of that ride to whoever she was sitting with.
Non-stop from the time she got on to the time she left our lives.
I honestly don't know if she even knew the person she was sitting with and talking to.
I don't think she did.
She might have just been making conversation with this person, getting really, really personal about, like, you know, the, like, lives of her children or whatever. Her, like, adult children.
Her children who she hates, they're a pain in her ass, but she loves them, they're good kids. Her poor son got asked to leave his company just because he refused to get a COVID vaccine, and now he's
oh my god,
pain
I forgot about that.
Those kids. Would you believe her kid? She just wants to live in her townhouse, and she's mad at her for moving. Her townhouse that she bought in Boston, a Boston brownstone townhouse. If any of you are from the New England area, you know the rage that's bubbling up inside of me right now hearing that.
Uh-huh. So we get on the elevator, and this woman comes with us, and it's like, okay, I'll hold the door, because that's the polite thing you do. So I hold the door, and she comes in. I'm not at all, like, putting the pieces together as to, like, who this woman is.
And she makes eye contact with me because she sees a fellow white person with a vaguely Boston air about them.
She can smell it in the air around you. And more or less, just, you know, continuing to make small talk, because this is what she does. And, like, I don't know, that's fine if you want to make small talk. The issue is less that and more the kind of person that she is, fundamentally. She's just like, oh my god, can you believe, like, the nerve of this bus driver we had? Like, so rude, am I right? It's just, I can't believe there are people like that working jobs like this, and, like, what are you supposed to do? Like,
the worst bus drive I've had in my entire life. Oh my god.
And they don't take any criticism or anything like that? You gotta go on the website, and you don't know if any of that ever gets out to them or anything like that? And she gets out of the fucking elevator, and I am just standing there, like, gobsmacked, and I turn to fucking Puzz, and I'm just like, what the fuck is she talking about? That bus driver was literally fine.
And I think I just, like, sighed and said, we're in Boston, honey.
We're in Boston, we were in traffic, which he can't control, and he was black. So it's like, I think I'm putting the pieces together, considering this kind of woman that she is.
Mm-hmm. Like, I will, against better judgment, come out in defense of Boston. Boston has a reputation as a very racist place, and I don't think it's any more or less racist than any other, like, major city in America.
Probably not.
Yeah. But it is a very historical town, which means you get a very specific type of white racist there.
Uh-huh. White women in cities is the same.
Yup.
It must be said. Like, again, the old woman. And I've seen some fucking old women in Quebec, I tell you that much.
I think they're not the same type of old woman. They have very distinct differences, but old Quebec white racist woman and old Boston white racist woman would shake hands and get along, at least until, like, minute differences in conversation made them start biting each other.
I mean, people from Boston go to, like, Montreal all the time and vice versa, don't they?
it's less Boston, but like a few. It's Rhode Island is very fucking Quebecois heavy.
Why Rhode Island?
I don't know.
Why Rhode Island?
Something historically. It would take half a stream to like research and get into it, but there is a very high like former or like recent Quebecois population in Rhode Island. Also Family Guy, yeah.
Why Rhode Island? I find myself asking this about literally anything I learn about fucking Rhode Island, to be fair.
We gotta go to Rhode Island next time we go
We
out
do.
to PAX East.
We do.
We only need a day or two to experience the best of Rhode Island.
So we get to Boston, and we get to our hotel, and it's nice. The bed is a little small, but it's fine. I give my partner a heart attack pretending I'm gonna fall off the bed. Like, look at me, I'm leaning to the side. Very slightly. I have moved 1 centimeter leaning to the side, and my poor partner is, like, gripping me with force. Like, tears in their eyes. Like, what are you doing? Stop it.
You're going to fall.
And then I lean towards you.
Yourself.
I lean toward you, and you think I'm leaning away, and you go, no! There was, like, no way I was gonna fall into that fucking side of the bed. It was so small.
You were going to become Crevice Cop.
I was not... Right, that's how I learned about Crevice Cop.
I'm always thinking about Crevice Cop.
Why are you always thinking about Crevice Cop?
One, because it's just so striking in the way it's, like, laid out and phrased as a post. And two, because I've had so many, like, bed arrangements in my life that were set up for Crevice Cop incidents.
Is that why you have this deep-seated ancestral fear of it?
Maybe a little.
Jesus, hun. I don't know if these experiences are universal.
Probably not. For those curious in chat, it is a Disco Elysium post.
Uh-huh. So we stayed over for PAX East. We visited Boston for PAX East.
Yeah, we were Gur and Pochi, and it was great. I love them.
That was fun. Gur showed us this, like, really, really fucking good, like, local donair place.
Oh, doner kebab night was good.
I've had a lot of rubbish doner kebab before, and that was some good fucking doner kebab. And they had falafel that was just kind of whatever.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a disappointment with the falafel. Admittedly, I am spoiled because there's a really fucking good Mediterranean place, like, walking distance from me that had, like, all their stuff is good, but their falafel specifically is fucking incredible.
Awesome. There was good food in the area in general.
On the opposite of, like, the Quebecois diners that don't have vegetarian options, God bless him, Bulb specifically found us a really good...
Oh, right, we went to fucking Veggie Galaxy.
Yeah, I want to go back there if next time we're in Boston. That place was good, and we, like...
That was the first night we were there, right?
Yeah, that was, like, after we had been on said bus for, like, hours, and I was, like, caffeine migrained and, like, travel sick and all of that, so, like, I didn't even get to appreciate it in full. We didn't even get one of those big juicy cakes because we ate at, like, 8 or 9 p.m.
We ate so fucking late, and it was so fucking good. God, what did I get? It was some fucking thing in a tortilla with, like, a bunch of shit shoved in there, and it was good. Yeah,
some sort of, like, veggie wrap, something of that sort.
It was, like, they used their, like, whatever substitute they used for, like, shredded beef that was, like, really, really fucking good texture-wise. The taste was, like, not beef, but it was, like, you know, it was, like, that kind of meaty, savory type of taste, so it was fucking good is what it was. And it just came with, like, fried plantains for some reason, and I've never had plantains before, and they were good. And I got a milkshake that was good. I guess it's not a milkshake considering it's like vegan, but
no, it might have been. It was vegetarian and vegan. They had like milk options.
Right. It might have just been like a milkshake then.
Yeah, I think it was because we got like a milkshake and a like blended coffee thing for me.
It was good.
It was good. I want to go back. I want to try more.
I do want to go there. They have some good looking shit there.
Mm-hmm. It would be fun to go with a big party again, or it would be fun to go in a smaller party so we can actually sit inside.
Yeah, going with a smaller party so that we could get our food sooner than later, instead of, like, sitting for, like, so long waiting for space to open and then realizing, wait, we could just order separately and eat outside.
Yep, because we went with, like, probably, like, 10, 12 people that night.
Uh-huh. And, like...
That was one of the few where everyone was there.
Right, and there was no, like, oh, let's just do this, because, like, it was 10, 12 people milling about. So eventually it was just kind of like, fuck it, I'm gonna go order my food, you guys can do whatever you want. Then everyone else went, wait, we can just order our food. So that was fun.
And doubly so, because, like, a lot of us who were, like, arriving from out of town were arriving sometime on that day, so that was, like, the first time a lot of folks were, like, kind of congregating and catching up and shit. So it was like, everyone was like, oh, how was the travel? How you doing? Oh, did you see this? Oh, how you feeling about this? And it's like, oh my god, we've been catching up for an hour. It's 9 p.m. and all of us are starving.
Wait, the food, right. I wanted that shit. I was so caught up in the joy of spending time with my friends, I forgot I want dinner and I'm a cranky bitch about it. So then after that was like the first day of PAX, right?
Yeah, that was like the day before PAX proper. It was like when it was only open if you wanted to like pick up your badge ahead of time, which we got in at like 6 p.m. and we're starving, and Cranky was like, oh my god, I still have work to do.
Yeah, I was like, I don't give a shit. We'll get our badge when we get it.
Yeah, and it was fine. By the time we got there the next day, it was like there was barely any line.
Yep.
We got it within like 10 minutes tops.
We went in like, what, later in the afternoon that day?
Yeah, like a little bit. We basically like had lunch and then went.
Mm-hmm. And, like, the only lineup was, like, the normal, like, security check-in lineup outside the venue. And then we went in, and it was just like, oh, no one's in line waiting for their badge. Let's go get our badge. And we got our badge. The show floor was neat. I don't know if this is, like, a PAX East thing, or if this is just a 2025 thing. I feel like a lot of the show floor focus at East was, like, card game and tabletop stuff.
When I was many, like, video games.
I was expecting more like PAX West, where it's, like, largely video game, but, like, there was a bunch of other stuff that was neat to, like, walk around and poke through.
Mm-hmm.
Like, admittedly, I don't really give much of a shit about, like, Magic the Gathering or Pokemon, but it's like, oh, it's cool that it was there.
It's cool that it was there. If I was more in my, like, playing tabletop all the time and like buying dice there, I would have been like over the moon. As it was fun to just walk around and see things, and like it was just a fun fucking social time. I was glad to meet a bunch of your friends.
They had like a bunch of cool dice like vendors and stuff like that, and they had like dedicated areas you could go to like play board games with your friends, or like play with strangers, or like do tournament type of stuff, or like do like TTRPG type stuff. It was neat.
They had like even some like playtest areas where it's like, hey, here's a game that's coming out soon. We're gonna just put it out, and if you want to like give it a try and tell us what you think, go sit and do that.
No, they didn't really have booths for like individual like RPG systems as such. It was mostly booths for, here is a bunch of different games and books that you can buy, and then spaces to go and play.
Yeah,
most of the booths were either for video games or for people selling shit.
Yeah. There was like a couple small like indie studio booths, a couple like bigger like publisher, like there was the Elden Ring ball. There was Bubsy.
You were obsessed with that ball.
It was such a beautiful landmark.
There was just this giant ball they had set up for Elden Ring Night Rain. Just like kind of in the middle of the show floor, so you could see it basically from anywhere. And you were so enraptured with it just being a ball.
It's just a big ball.
They just had a giant Elden Ring ball. And
like there was no signage or anything explaining what was in there. Like I think it was just computers to try out the Night Rain stuff that just came out.
What do you mean no signage? The ball said Elden Ring Night Rain all over it.
Yeah, but it wasn't like, oh, come in for like a demo or like,
it's come in like for that. Elden Ring Night Rain. What do you mean?
It could be like just a big trailer. It could be like an interesting interactive experience. There was real life buckshot roulette at this convention.
Yeah, but that was very clearly labeled.
Not really. I didn't know it was there until someone told me.
Well, because we kept walking by it and not seeing it.
True.
Because it was tucked out of the way. But when we found it, it was very clearly labeled.
Even then.
Also, there was, like, signage on, like, maps and stuff about all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And also there was, like, signs around the ball saying you could stand in line for Elden Ring Night Rain Ball.
That still doesn't tell me what's in the ball.
Elden Ring Night Rain! It's coming soon! Well, now it's out, but back then it was coming soon.
Back in the day when we were at PAX East so many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I did appreciate about PAX East a lot is there was a lot of spots to, like, sit down or take a break where you're not blocking, like, a line or something.
Yeah, that was nice.
Appreciated. Yeah, they also had, like, food stands, like, literally in the show floor, which is a rarity for these types of conventions.
Did they not do that for West? I don't remember.
They might have done it for West. I don't remember. Certainly, I've never been to any other con that does that.
I've never really been to many cons, so I don't really know.
Mm-hmm. I told you were making fun of me for the gamer water thing or whatever. Normally, those conventions leave you to starve and dehydrate and die right there on the show floor. They don't care if you live.
Here's why I was making fun of you. So, we walked by a big-ass booth for, like, fucking gamer sups. Fucking put our shit powder in your water and it'll give you the gamer chemical, gamer sups. We walked by that with its really loud, really obnoxious branding and, like, giant vats full of their colored gamer juice that you could get and drink and buy samples from. Like very clearly marketed, very clearly all taped all over the booth, like a big, bright, poisonous tree frog. Like, really difficult to miss what it is, to the point where I saw it and shuddered and went, oh god, I'm just not gonna focus on it being there and look at other things. And my wonderful, beautiful partner somehow does not notice any of this at all, and just notices one of the things they have set up that seems to just be water. And just goes, oh honey, look, that's so cool, they have water there.
Again, one, because I never fucking heard of gamer subs before that.
How have you never heard of it? It's everywhere.
I don't know it.
Oh my god, I wish I could be you right now.
I don't know that guy. I just know that my past convention experience is going to fucking Anime Expo, where they had a line looping around 3 times the convention center in 102-degree direct sunlight, and people collapsed, and they didn't give a shit because they're Anime Expo. I'm used to cons not caring if you live or die.
Well,
there's free water.
I don't know if it was free, and also it was gamer subs, so I also don't know if they care about your liver dying or whatever. That shit is fucking everywhere. It's inescapable. I wish I didn't know about it like you seem to.
I don't know many things.
My god. I also don't know many things, to be fair.
It's beautiful.
It is. Yay. La la la. So that was fucking awesome. That whole thing. There was Gex Water. There was an entire setup of Atari with like a bunch of booths for like a bunch of the things that I guess they're working on now. There's the like Bubsy collection that they're like putting together with like a bunch of the old games and including Bubsy 3D. Sounds like the people working on it are like genuinely actually passionate about Bubsy of all things and are like really excited to make it more accessible to a broader audience. Not in terms of making it better, they're not interested in that. They want you to experience Bubsy as it is. Why? Because everyone loves anything.
It's... unironically, you have to respect it.
People are out here loving fucking Hanna-Barbera shows. And that shit is poop from a butt to me. Someone's gonna do that for Bubsy. People can find joy in anything. So like they had that set up, which was neat. That'll be something fun to poke at someday. They had, what did a pup named Scooby-Doo do to me? Every single of the 300 Scooby-Doo shows all blend together into the same mush for me. Let's split up, gang. We'll go over here and look for if a weird guy appeared. Shaggy and Scooby, you go over there and, go to, like, school for young monster girls, and then you'll change your shirt to red, and we'll have, like, 50 new characters that we want to sell toys of to you. You must ask, what in all living hell is Bubsy? Damn, how old are you?
I was about to say, not to be mean, no hate, no shade. Are you 16 years old?
Damn!
We're old, honey. We might be old. We might be old crones now in internet years.
No, we're only 30. We're
31
only...
almost.
Almost?
It's coming up. Just a couple more months.
Oh yeah, September's in like 3 fucking months, isn't it?
Yup.
This stream is for old cronies only. 18, so I suppose it still makes sense. Yeah, I guess, huh? Damn. What, if you're fucking 18, then it's like, it's 2025. 2005, Bubsy was not relevant at all. Yeah, okay.
No one knew that man.
No one was thinking about that man. So, okay, you have to understand, to put it into some kind of context, the video game market trend of like, oh, here's a thing that's taking off, here's a thing that's popular. We all have to capitalize on that shit right fucking now. In order for us to also get it on the ground floor and make the big buku bucks. But making a video game is a thing that takes time. So often what happens is you get, like, the big progenitor that's popular, and then, like, a year, 2 years, 3 years later, suddenly here's, like, 300 things that are all like it, and all of them are bad, and all of them are rushed out, and none of them understand what the appeal of the original was. With exceptions, of course.
I thought we were talking about Bubsy, not the Game Awards.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up, we can't get into the Game Awards now! You monster, I love you! But, like, the point I'm trying to make is video games has always been like this. This has always been a part of the fucking industry. Because the industry is toys. Oh, fuck. This toy is popular. We all need to make a toy like that and sell a toy like that.
It's, on a grander scale, it's media and arts as, you know, manufactured and distributed through the capitalist system as in general. But we don't have
Toys
time
is
for
art.
that.
Toys is art.
Toys is art and art is toys. Buy our product, play our PlayStation toys.
So, like, it's like the era of, like, the NES and the Super NES. And Mario and Sonic are king. And so all these other people are like, oh fuck, we need to be the next Mario, the next Sonic. We need to capitalize on that and capture that market in our own special way. So, the thing you get a ton of in that era is the mascot platformer. Where you get it, what's up with the Game Awards now? You're living under a big rock. It was Summer Game Fest, Jeff Keighley came on stage, and it's the same as it always was, but there was a couple good announcements. Anyways, so everyone's like, we need to make a fucking mascot platformer. We need to make a side-scrolling 2D platformer with a marketable character that is so cool that everyone loves, and all young boys will want to spend so much money on him and on his games, and sometimes on buying, like, toys and shirts of him and stuff like that. And we'll make a TV show, and it'll be so popular. We'll be raking it in. We're gonna make a millions. We're gonna get our millions. So you're probably thinking to yourself now, person who is probably younger, well, that's funny. I haven't heard of, like, any of these fucking things ever taking off. That's right.
Yup.
None of these motherfuckers know about Zool, and there's a reason for that. It's because Zool was fucking shit. So Bubsy was one of those. Bubsy stands out in this market of mediocre to bad, like, mascot platformers like this, in that the game is really, really, really bad.
It's not good.
And the mascot itself is really, really, really fucking annoying and is just constantly making quips and references to movies and TV shows that you know. Right, it's a platformer with fall damage. It is a platformer with a lot of verticality that encourages you to go up really high. And then has fall damage.
Seeing someone in this beautiful year of our Lord 2025 hearing about Bubsy and going, it's a mascot platformer, in genuine disbelief. Oh, I feel peace on this day.
You know what? I am glad the younger generation didn't have to go through the kind of things that we did. Maybe societal progress is real.
Maybe things are better in some ways for the new generation.
Damn, it's so hard to realize that sometimes when you're deep in the shit like that.
Yeah, they know about transition and they don't know about Bubsy. Things are getting better.
No, it's worse now. Not in every single aspect. Not in every way. You get that shit out of here. We're talking about Bubsy.
We're talking about Bubsy. We don't need doomerism right now. We're already talking about Bubsy. You can't bring us lower.
I literally started this by saying this has been a trend in the games industry forever and is still a trend in the games industry. Why are you going, but it's still happening, but they're still doing things like this with the genres? You weren't listening at the start of the lecture. You're failing your exam. You're getting a fucking D. You're gonna have to retake this course.
There was a cartoon pilot. I'm pretty sure it was sponsored by Taco Bell.
I was gonna get to I didn't know it was sponsored by Taco Bell!
I think so. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god. So they expected that they had fucking gold and they were gonna make that shit big. And so, like, you know, they're gonna put out their TV show. Kids are gonna love it. They've got all these sequels lined up. The pilot never takes off anywhere. There's a reason why it was just a pilot. And it's like some shit you kind of have to search through the bowels of YouTube to find. And I guess less so nowadays, now that Bubsy is, like, trendy again in an ironic way. Is Concord the modern-day Bubsy? No, there's been enough shift in, like, the culture and, like, the workspace that it's, like, a similar trend, but I wouldn't call it equivalent. But again, that's kind of a point to the side.
I think the closest thing we have to modern-day Bubsy is what was that movie? Morbius? Morbius is the modern-day Bubsy. Kept alive by irony alone. And
well, no, Morbius happened, like, much, much faster. It would be different if this was, like, you know, 40 years later, there's a Morbius revival, you know? They also didn't put out Morbius 2 and 3 and, like, an animated Morbius TV show pitch. He did Bubs all over the place, though, is the problem. And it's disgusting that he did that. Yeah, there's an evolutionary line, but it doesn't necessarily mean that a dinosaur is a bird. You know? There's a different can of worms I'm opening up that's gonna make a bunch of people very angry. Smiles cutely. Anyways.
I'm holding my tongue.
Hi, hun. They're related. They're directly related, but they're not the same.
Dinosaurs is birds!
No. Dinosaurs is dead. Birds is birds.
Oh, we can't get into it. We can't get into it. I'm being so nice right now. We can't get into it.
I'm not my grandma,
Bubsy.
Even if we're directly related. So Bubsy. Hang on, I have to pin a really good message real quick. You know what, Jellybean? I'd agree with that. Thank you. So yeah, they have all these sequels lined up, and the show pitch, and all this other stuff, and they all bomb, they all tank. And it's all bad. And it's nothing. And people hate it. People buy it anyways, because it's like, fuck, I gotta get something from a kid that they'll like. This guy's got an animal on it, they like Sonic or whatever, their friends like Sonic. And it all flops, and it's all bad. And then the next generations of consoles is coming out. And, 3D is the hot new big thing. 3D is the big new thing that's sweeping the nation, and it's a brand new frontier. It's a brand new frontier that people are, like, only bravely going through and, like, understanding now. Because they've got, like, you know, all these years in their belt of, like, 2D video games and understanding how to make those. But 3D is, like, a whole new thing that, like, extremely changes the game. And they gotta figure out how any of that works. And so a bunch of people are so eager to be, like, on the cutting edge and be like, this is the future, this is bringing our game into the future, people are gonna love this, the new generation is gonna go crazy for this. What fucking console did Bubsy 3D come out for? Was it the Jaguar?
I think it was the Jaguar.
Of course it was the fucking... Well, it also came out on the PlayStation. It was the PlayStation. I don't know if it came out on the Jaguar.
Maybe. I know
it did not come out on the Jaguar. It was the PS1. It was the PlayStation 1.
I think what might have happened is they were developing for both and had to drop the Jaguar. Because look at it.
Maybe. Maybe. So... So they're making a Bubsy game for the PS1, and they're like, it's gonna be a 3D platformer. We're breaking bold new ground here in a world that doesn't know what a 3D platformer is, or how you rightly make one. Holly, can you play every Bubsy game tomorrow? Pay me $1,000. Well, and I'll at least play through a little bit of most Bubsy games tomorrow. So no one knows how to make a 3D video game.
Yeah. If you look back on, like, 3D games of that era that were, like, genuinely well-received and well-regarded, they also suck ass a little bit because no one knew what they were doing. This is a brand new technology.
Right. Super Mario 64 isn't out yet. Globally. Is still being developed. So no one has that as, like, the foundation of, like, oh, this is how you make a 3D game that feels good to play. Right? Like, Mario 64 feels kind of crufty in a bunch of ways today, but there's a reason why, to this day, it has the reputation that it does, is because it, like, it set the fucking, like, cornerstone of, hey, this is how you can make a 3D video game.
Mm-hmm. It kind of started the march towards actual, like, best practices for 3D games.
And so that comes out, you know, June of 96 in Japan, and then, like, September worldwide of that year. Bubsy 3D comes out in November of 1996, while also having been in development for a while. And so it comes out a few months after the foundational 3D platformer video game. And it is one of the worst video games ever made in history.
It is ugly. It has baffling, like, technological and design decisions because it's made by a small team who has nothing to work with yet because it's the Wild West of 3D games. It's Bubsy.
It is legitimately, genuinely one of the most nauseating games to play and control. Oh, they're about to play a fucking 3-minute ad break. I had to keep fucking pausing the ads. Okay, well, we can get back to this in 3 minutes, I guess.
We can take a 3.
Oh, we're taking a union-mandated break. I might as well get up and stretch while I do.
You should, yes.
I'm not really walking away from the computer while we do.
She's making her door sounds. You know it's a good stretch.
Oh, I'm old now. I'm 80 years old now.
We're old crones.
Oh.
We know what Bubsy is, and that alone has aged us 20 years.
I don't think that's quite how it works. Otherwise, everyone in our chat is now technically allowed to watch the stream no matter what.
That's quite scary.
That's quite frightening.
That one chat member that's 18, sorry, you're 28 now. You're 38 now,
you're
20
fucking...
years. I did my math wrong.
Your youthful years are now all behind you. You're almost 40 now.
How's your 401k?
You ready for retirement soon?
How's the husband and kids?
What's your home ownership plans looking like?
Yeah, you catch the game last night?
See, I don't feel comfortable calling myself young at 30, but I don't feel comfortable calling myself old yet either.
No, we are literally, like, academically, textually, an average age.
Uh-huh. Like, damn, I want to be fucking 60 so I can call myself old. Hurry it up. Get us over the hump already.
We are at the hump day of years. We are truly in the Wednesday of our lives.
Hi, Holly. Been a while since I've popped
Yeah.
the stream.
Oh, they were typing up a very nice long compliment when we hit them with that. That's awesome. Well, thank you for tuning in.
Much.
Thank you for the nice words. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Sorry for making you 40 years old now.
Sorry about your 401k.
No worries, we won't last anywhere near long enough to be real old. You get that doomerism shit out of here. Shut the fuck up.
This ain't the spot for that.
No. My ass is gonna be at least 100.
At least.
I'm dragging you kicking and screaming, motherfucker. And Donkey Kong is playing.
There's much pain in the world, but not in this room. In this room, I'm talking about Bubsy with my wife, so maybe there's a little pain.
There's quite a bit of pain in this room, considering we're talking about Bubsy right now.
But only pain that's funny. We're in the cartoon slapstick of pain.
Have you noticed yet the bit of this stream where I'm taking as long as I fucking can on a stream where I have a bit of a time limit to actively avoid playing the game so that I can not do Ratcatchers yet?
Oh yeah, we were here for Ratcatchers, huh?
No. So anyways, Bubsy. Before we do that, I do want to shout out the subs and stuff that we have had this stream. Thank you Roxy Go-Goat for $3. Thank you Zvyhawk for $3. Thank you Luminous Salt for $5. We had a bunch of subs and stuff. We had a brand new sub from Emily in Half. Thank you for that. Excuse me. Help! We had 10 gift subs from Paratoothus. We had 10 gift subs from Gravel Road. 5 gift subs from Vandronica7. We had 5 gift subs from Paratoothus again. Happy Froglegs with 2. Jellybean with 2. Thank you for the gift subs. And a bunch of resubscriptions. I do want to shout out, there were a couple while we were on vacation. Exactly 2 that sent resub messages. Thank you, Sam? Jesus Christ. Ham of Justice for the 19 months. And Luminous Salt for the 15 months. And thank you to all the hundreds of people that kept their subs going while I was away for a month. I do genuinely appreciate it. It makes it a little less scary to go, hey, I'm not doing paid work for an entire 30 days. So thank you for the continued support on that front. Thank you to my partner for 54 months.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. Let's kill them. Zero Misu with 54 months. Disfunk Donk, which I had to read really carefully, otherwise I was totally gonna bungle that and call you Dysfunctional Cock. Thank you for the 12 months of resubbing, by the way. Thank you, Professor Sean, for the 26 months. Thank you to my sister for 44 months. Beans Thembo with the 45 months. Roxy Go-Goat with the 60 months. Damn, that's an old head. Gameslayer 13 with the 61 months. Damn, that's an old head. What do you fucking mean 5 years of this shit?
Yup.
Has it been fucking
2025,
5
honey.
goddamn years? Oh my god, it is. No, that makes perfect sense. Why am I confused by that?
Yeah, you actually have one of the easier to track, like, streaming to years, like, journeys.
I suppose so, yeah. You know how those years went. They kind of blend together some ways.
We've been dating somewhere between 2 and 7 years.
I can't believe both of us have forgotten exactly how long that it's been, and neither of us is upset about it.
We're just married. Don't worry about it.
It's
we remember
fine.
the anniversary day. It's fine.
We've been knowing each other for some 30 years now, or something.
It's been 30 to 50 years.
Thank you, Muramoto, for the 17 months. And their message was, hang on, I have to post the emote now, my brand new emote that I love. Hey, if you pay me like $5 a month, you can use awesome emoticons like this.
I really like the name of this one.
Yeah, that was the file name of the image when I took that screenshot and put it in my Obi-Wan channel. Thank you, Silverelius, for the 20 months. Happy Frog Legs with the 53 months. Jesus Car with the 11 months. Calder Gaming with the 45 months. Spoose Cow with the 48 months. Vandronicus 7 with the 7. Damn, that's 7 lining up. You're gonna have to change your name next month to Vandronicus 8, sorry. Or I guess next time you resub, whenever that is. Mike Vay with the 11 months. Huge Candy Squids with the 57. Gravel Road with the 56. Vihawk with the 13. My friend Teffy with the 50. Shoutouts to Teffy. Medibot with the 60. Shoutouts to Medibot. Shoutouts to esports. Lettuce Vervain with the 21 months. Abyss with the 34 months. Simpleton with the 58. Yo, I got to say hi to Simpleton in person at PAX East. That was fucking awesome.
Simpleton, you're super cool!
We got to get scared about the Warframe panel, and also the Gex Water.
Oh, that Gex Water.
Benial with the 9 months, Smallest Turtle with the 30, Aperture City with the 57, Prague Rocksterone, good fucking username with the 2 months, Cheshire Pierrot with the 60, PK Something with 57, Dark Sucklet with 16, also a good username. Rukashi with the 49, Shanghai Omai with the 59, Combo Winter at 60, BV728 at 48, Admiral Hotcakes at 45, Glog Bob with 28, Teeth Girlfriend with 33, Sign Machine with 61, I Ate a Baby there, also a classic username with 16, Agi Burb with 60, who says, been a while since I popped into stream, just want to say thank you for enforcing your stream rules in chat. It helped me get better at chatting and grow as a person. Hey, hell yeah. It's important to enforce your fucking boundaries, whether that's like curating a space or just getting better at telling someone, hey, I don't like that.
You literally have to do this.
You gotta.
Especially in like the spaces that the collective we kind of operate in. Just making assumptions based on the general demographics.
It feels like pulling teeth if you're bad at it and not used to it, but then the Tooth Fairy gets to come, so it's fine.
Yeah, and then you get a shiny little nickel.
Thank you, Arch, my friend Arch, for the 6 months. No Chompy Bird yet, but there is a weird green in the corner. Maybe I should shoot it with Ogre arrows pretty soon. Healing Mind with the 43 months. Unofficially Jam with the 60 months. Eggington Toast with the 3 months. And Cheesy X with the 50 months. Thank you all very much for your continued support.
Yay! Thank you for supporting my wife.
So Bubsy 3D, they're putting all their eggs in the basket of Bubsy 3D, and it's going to change the world, and it's going to revolutionize 3D platforming, and it's this kind of game that no one's ever played before, and they put it out, and it's the worst video game ever made. Maybe not the worst game, but one of.
Certainly not a good game.
Been watching for 5 years now.
It's...
Streams have made me learn to appreciate.
Imagine you told someone to design a car, and they had no idea anything about how a car worked. But you gave them all the tools to do it. And they made, like a brick that grinds along the floor and rattles so much it makes you throw up. This is not a good analogy anymore.
Yet they made a Cybertruck.
Right. And you have to understand, not only is it, like, nothing close to the killer app they needed it to be, but it releases 2 months after Super Mario 64. They are fucked.
They are the industry whipping boy.
And so they are kind of unique in the fact that they are one of the mascot platformers that has tried clinging on into this era of, like, mascot platformers as a thing changing. And they, like, come in kicking and screaming, and they are just immediately shot dead by a fucking anti-tank round. Super Mario in his fucking gun. Just blast them dead, not even aiming at them. Not even aiming at them. Paste on the floor.
They were walking in.
One of the most impressive historic blunders in the video game industry. Like, alongside E.T.
So terrible, so notorious, so, like, historically bad that they were able to scoop up those remains, put them in a jar, and carry them into 2025 going, well, bad publicity is still publicity.
No, that's not even it. It's that, like, years and years go by, and people start remembering the history of fucking Bubsy. And are like, damn. Remember Bubsy? E.T. was a blunder? Oh, do you not know about E.T. for the Atari? And, like, the great video game crash of that era? And, like, all the copies of that game getting buried in the desert?
We're giving you a video game history primer. This is fascinating.
If we can't get into that. If you want to know more, look up the video game crash of '83.
Yeah, go read the Wikipedia article. I'm guaranteed that there are, like, genuinely well-researched documentaries at this point because this is such, like, a huge turning point for the industry.
Uh-huh. The crash of '83 is part of the reason why the video game industry went on to the trajectory that it's taken today. Part of the reason.
It's
a whole thing.
Significant. We could have. There's a universe out there where that was the end of video games as, like, a thing.
So anyways, it's like years later after, like, you know, the early 2000s of people going, what the fuck's a Bubsy? I don't care. Isn't that shit bad? And it's the era of people looking back on, like, a lot of this, like, early video game industry. I want to say maybe in part just because this is, like, an era of people wanting to start treating video games as, like, more than just, like, a toy or a product, but also people just like looking back on shit. People like being nostalgic. I don't know how much of a factor that was specifically. People look back on shit.
I was gonna say too, like, speaking of nostalgia, stuff like fucking the Nostalgia Critic and the Angry Video Game Nerd and fucking Game Grumps and Let's Plays kind of becoming more of a thing and doing, like, the MST3K thing of, like, finding bad shit specifically to look at and interrogate and kind of goof on. Also kind of gave Bubsy a second life, for better or for worse.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's a really great short summary of it that Rosa Rosso puts in chat. Games become so fucking expensively marketed and with such high profit goals that the bottom fell out. Luckily, nothing like that will happen ever again.
Yup, we
Smiles
all
cutely.
learned our lesson.
Say, speaking of which, how's Concord doing, that old card?
Oh, God. Remember when we saw the fucking... What? That was Concord, right? The poster at Goodwill, the framed...
With, like, the production disc?
Yeah, the production disc that was, like, given to the devs and is now at a Goodwill being auctioned off.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely was a thing that we saw posted.
Oh, God.
Anyways, you thought that immediately died. Yeah, that was the joke. So it's like years later and people are now looking back on Bubsy more because it's the era of people looking back on games good and bad and kind of making more of a spectacle of it. And there's definitely a period for a while where the Bubsy stuff is, like, entirely fucking ironic. Like, it's a damn, how bad was that thing? Wow. And eventually, that sort of thing always inevitably gives way to, like, some earnest appreciation of it, even if it's not necessarily like, oh, I think this game was good actually. but a lot of like, oh, actually this weird little thing is like fascinating to think about. And like think about the decisions they made. And like eventually like people start talking about it enough that some fucking companies are like, what if we got the rights to Bubsy?
Hey, we could sell this.
What if we got the rights to Bubsy and made a new Bubsy game? I think the first modern Bubsy is given to fucking the developers of the Bit Trip games, right? Like, it was like an auto runner or something like that. For whatever fucking reason. And like, the Bit Trip devs have made good fucking video games. I love those games. But that's such a funny fucking pull. Weird little cockroach that got lucky because 30 years later people went cockroaches are cute sometimes. No, it's less that and more, like, insect biologists were like, oh shit. That's a bug. It was given to the team behind the Gianna Sisters, then the Bit Trip folks game. Right, I fucking forgot. There was like an actual 3D platformer Bubsy before the auto runner, wasn't there?
Yeah, or at least like a 2.5D, something like that. I don't remember exactly.
Shit.
There's been at least 2, maybe 3 contemporary Bubsy games.
There's been attempts, and here's the thing: is all of them come out and they're mediocre, they're middling, they're whatever. Yeah. And that's the worst part.
Like, well, it's okay.
It doesn't get to be a good game, and it doesn't get to have the beautiful, beautiful joys of being like a dogshit awful game. They're just whatever. And then, you know, we hit the 2020s and people in broader public spaces, because people have always been doing this, but people in, like, larger open spaces are suddenly being more like, hey, maybe we should give a shit about, like, games preservation in general. And so here we are, with a Bubsy collection being compiled and put out, so that the modern gamer can experience Bubsy the way it was meant to be, as a bad mascot platformer, with the worst 3D platformer ever made at the end of it.
Which, to be clear, this is a good thing. Even and in fact especially the worst and most mediocre and nothing games need and deserve to be preserved, because that's still part of the art and the history of them. This still teaches us something about the world and the culture that made them.
Uh-huh.
I believe that firmly.
Anyways,
it is a little funny.
Anyways, at the same Atari booth, they're also talking about Gex stuff, and there's Gex bottled water that you shouldn't drink. That they have.
It really says don't drink it on
Don't drink it! That fucking... There was a fucking Gex mascot suit, motherfucker, on, like, the last day of the con, and I have, like, a genuine... I have a genuine phobia of, like, mascot suit type things, so I had to, like, keep a wide berth from it!
We knew if that thing made eye contact with us, it would try to get us to take a photo,
right.
And, like, I must emphasize, we were walking out of the last day of the convention. We had just gone to the Beautiful Disc panel, which we'll get to, I'm sure, and, like, it was the day after the meetup, which I'm sure we'll get to, so, like, we're both kind of fried, Holly especially, because she's been talking to people for, like, 6 hours in a row, and it's like, okay, we had to, like, leave our hotel and go to, like, a second one for the last night because of a mix-up with the booking, so it's like, okay, we had to rush and, like, move our stuff to the new hotel and then rush to the panel, and we've both been walking around and talking to people for 3 days, we're exhausted, we did kind of a last loop of the convention to see if there's anything we wanted to do, and, like, we're fine, let's head out and, like, head back to our hotel and decompress for a while and maybe get something to eat. And as we are heading towards the exit, there is a Gex between us and the escalator out.
And, like, I have to stay away from this thing because if you are a mascot suit person, generally what you do is you are a mascot in public, you walk up to people and you do funny, cute, haha, fun stuff with them. And if that thing starts walking towards me, I'm gonna have a breakdown on the show floor. Luckily it decides it's going towards the Magic the Gathering booth instead, so I can just walk away and take a picture from far away. Impressive build quality on the suit, it must be said.
Like, I at least am still not 100% sure if that was, like, official from the booth, or if it was just a really scarily dedicated fan who happened to be there and they were like, oh shit, we can get some marketing out of this.
Luckily, the Schick Hydra bot is controlled by Wink Yahoo. I'm glad that motherfucker is still out here getting work. Good for him. What's the Punisher up to these days? Is he still, like, dumping green stuff on children, or has he changed his heart for the better? But yeah, walking around the con in general is neat. The Atari booth in general was pretty cool, based on the offerings that I saw. The Elden Ring Ball was there. There was
Elden Ring Ball.
I'm like struggling to remember a lot of like individual things we saw. There was a lot of stuff that was like, this could be neat, but it's not really drawing me. And like not a lot of stuff that I like immediately recognized, aside from like a lot of the big hitter stuff that I already knew about.
Yeah. Like, there was the Mega 64 booth. They seemed to be popping all weekend. There was the Gamer Ducks. I don't remember the name of them. There's the one, used game booth where I got you Yoda Wars.
You got me. God, what the I was literally talking about it on Scorpy stream today. It was Star Wars Yoda Stories. Which I didn't realize had a fucking Game Boy Color port. Star Wars Yoda Stories is like an infamously bad, like, computer adventure game, point-and-click game. And they also had a Game Boy Color port of it. I have no idea what the Game Boy Color port is like at all.
But now you have it.
But now I own it, so I guess I'll play that someday. Yeah. And you also got me Gex.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it was Gex, right?
You got me a fucking Gex Game Boy game. I'm pretty sure I watched Sebmal play that fucking Game Boy Gex game at some point.
That's good. Those were the two we got there. That booth was great because they had a bunch of games where it was like they clearly didn't have like the original cases or whatever. They just had to put them in like a blank case.
Oh, it was so cute. It was so cute.
On each one, they did like intentionally crude, really adorable like Sharpie art and wrote like the game name. So like, I gotta find what it was Charlie Brown and Lucy, but I forget what the actual game was.
It was like NFL Blitz or something like that.
Let me look. I'm scrolling back in my photos as we speak.
Game Boy Schlock Power Hour stream. Please look forward to it. I still have to go back to fucking Zapper and Thunderbirds someday, so...
Oh, here it is. Yeah, it was Blitz the League 2.
Awesome. It was a fucking Blitz game. They had a bunch of covers like that where like they had to do some kind of cute little drawing for fake cover art because there was none.
You can choose whether or not you want to put this up on stream. I am gonna send you the Tales of Symphonia one because no description I could give this will do it justice.
Oh yeah. I fucking forgot about this one. It was really good. Hang on, let me open that up. That was a goodie. Not forward. They changed all the fucking buttons for opening shit up on Discord now, and I don't know what any of them mean yet. This was the Tales of Symphonia cover art.
It was really good.
Sorry, Tales of Symphonia Chronicles.
Must emphasize Tales of Symphonia Chronicles.
That's him.
There were just a bunch of these like this. It was awesome.
That's our boy Lloyd. Here he is. He's ready to go on the adventure to the other world and use what is Tiger Fang? No, it's Tiger something. He had a tiger attack. I don't remember. I was playing through that game with my friend Teffy for a while, and it was fun, and then I had no more free time ever again, so we haven't been able to get back to it in a while. And he's got his hair. He does use Demon Fang, but he has a tiger attack! That's the one that I always think about! No, he's not the double Demon Fang guy, he's the fierce Demon Fang guy. Get your shit together. You're gonna fail your Tales of Symphonia exam by this point. They had other cover art there that was cute as well.
That and the Charlie Brown one were the only two I got pictures of, but I know some of our other friends got good pictures of ones.
It's always fun walking around those like little used game store outlets they have at like PAX and similar conventions. Tiger Blade, that was it, I think. Thank you. He uses that shit. And then he also has this one attack where he just goes, "Beast!" And like a big tiger appears around him and roars. He does that. It's his famous ability, and Colette is always doing normal stuff for girls. It's normal for a girl her age, and she's feeling fine about all of it. And Genius is there, and he's got his fucking Kendama toy. And he loves his toy, and he's smart. But yeah. The fucking white whale that you're always looking for at these fucking used game stores is you really, really, really want a copy of Arc-Rise Fantasia.
I want a copy of Arc-Rise Fantasia, but not badly enough to pay like $200 for it.
Well, the bad news is they're fucking rare. They're not like a common item, so they're gonna probably be expensive.
Yup. I don't know. There's no, like, I would probably pay, like, depending on the day, depending on how my expenses are going, up to 100 for it, which is a little bit of a stretch. I saw it in the wild once, and it was like it was right after you had visited, it was right after I had graduated, so my expenses were not looking great. I didn't have a lot of, like, money to spare, so I was like, I can't be doing this. I can't be spending this much on a game, even if it's Arc-Rise Fantasia, and I regret that so much, because I've never seen it in the wild since.
It's the fact that you saw it once, and never again is what's haunting you so much, I think.
Exactly!
God, that's so fucking funny. What else about PAX to talk about before we move on?
There was the meetup, there was the panel,
yeah.
I'm literally looking through photos to remind me, there was Eggman.
There was this one really good Eggman cosplayer.
Oh my god, shouts out whoever you are. We didn't get your name or handle or nothing.
I realized, like, right at the end of my first time seeing him, not only was he, like, a really good Eggman cosplayer, he had what I assumed was just a Sonic plush with him. Like, oh, the joke is he captured Sonic. Here he is. He has him. It was a fucking puppet.
Yup. Like,
he had a Sonic puppet that he was puppeting around as the guy that he caught. Holy fuck, dude. It was really good.
Really good cosplayer. Just so much energy. Like, and we saw him every day we were on the show floor.
Every fucking day we bumped into Eggman again. It was like, dude, congrats on getting him again. You're awesome. I love you. No, he was not doing a Sonic impression. He was doing an Eggman impression, though, and just, like, moving the puppet around. God, what a good fucking cosplay.
What a good cosplay.
Did any others like that stand out? I definitely remember him.
We saw a lot of good cosplayers on the last day, but none that I got, like, photos. Like, there was a Rouge the Bat, there was, like...
Well, that Rouge was good.
That was a good... She had, like, a huge, like, prop Master Emerald strapped to her back, and two, when we saw her later, she had given the huge Master Emerald prop to her mans to carry around for her.
Respect.
Shouts out. Nothing but respect.
Understands Rouge to a T, I think. I don't understand Rouge because I never played her game, but...
You will soon.
Someday.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember a lot of specifics, but there were definitely some really good cosplays. There was a very cute Anya mouthwashing who was, like, going the opposite direction right when we were coming in the first day.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was good.
Yeah, she was very cute.
I should have wrote down more of the things that we saw and did, given that this was, like, basically a month ago by this point. Some of it has slipped away from my mind.
I'm literally looking through my photos right now to remind myself. The other stuff that was at, like, the convention specifically, there was the Warframe panel, there was the meetup, and there was Scorpy's panel.
Yeah, the Warframe panel was right before the meetup.
That was a crazy day, but it was awesome.
Yeah. That was fun to sit in line to and just, like, shoot the shit with complete strangers about just stuff in general. How's Isleweaver? Not out yet. I don't know.
Oh, speaking of cosplays, there's what's her name? Really good Kome?
Oh yeah, there was a fucking Kome cosplayer at the panel. Like, her fit was fucking incredible. My god. That was really awesome.
Fucking good.
And she was, like, sitting, like, relatively close to us. Like, I think she was, like, a row or two ahead of us as well. and was
so
like
we
in
kinda-
one of the lines next to us. So it was like, damn, I keep bumping into this really cool cosplayer. That was awesome.
That was cool. I like the Warframe panel, one, because watching Warframe stuff is fun.
Uh-huh.
Two, they were blasting the Warframe music, and so I was like treating it like a fucking concert. I was fucking headbanging. That shit was awesome.
Yo,
Three,
hang on, real quick. Squid Senna, thank you for the raid. I'm such a fucking asshole. I only realized I want to say fairly recently who you are. You're like one of my fucking heroes. Thank you for everything you do.
Yay! Thank you for the raid. Thank you for anything.
Anyways, what was the panel?
Yeah, music was poppin', cool to watch Warframe stuff. They brought up men's tits on the big screen and everyone cheered, which was awesome.
Yeah, they had a big hairy man's boobs that they showed you that they're putting in Soulframe.
As we were walking in, I got to see Mike literally break off and, like, go look at the lighting and sound setup like one of those, like, European grandpas looking at a construction site, and that made me smile. I got to get some cool items for my friends what play Warframe, which made me happy.
You've been a fan of my streams for ages now. Oh, dude, I gotta hold it together. I don't want to cry.
Aww.
Oh, you're so cool. Okay, I'm gonna avoid putting you on the spot now. I'm sorry. I wanted to say something. Thank you for being awesome.
Yay. Miss Hart did mention earlier they did message me during the panel, like, so what are you thinking? And I sent back, I think I have COVID.
Right, because you got to see Major Rusalka with her tits out.
Oh, she's so hot. I don't care how evil she is. Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hello.
Are we back? Hello?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Is my shit okay? Is the stream live?
I can see it on my end, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, my internet just went out.
Sorry, I thought about MILFs too hard and it destroyed the economy.
I don't know if the economy is what happened, hun.
I couldn't think of the word for internet.
Alright, let me refresh. We back. Fucking figures, of course. The first stream I do after being away for a damn month.
Ain't it just the way?
Ain't that just how it goes?
But yeah, Major Rusalka and the Spider Woman and the magical girl and there was another one with hotted tits, wasn't there?
The Valkyrie skin?
Oh yeah, Valkyrie.
I kinda don't like it very much.
I'm into it.
I think it's very boring. I think it's a very boring, like, look, we made another sexy woman type of skin.
I'll take my slop.
Okay, I love you. Does Major Rusalka have anything to do with mermaids? No, she's got like a robot arm and she's got like an evil cigarette and she rides a bike and her boobs are out and she's possessed by the devil. Yeah, the new Kalervo outfit is good as hell. That's out now. I think the knives look a little silly on it, but that's okay. He's allowed to be a raver boy.
Good for him to do this. That's for our friends playing Warframe. Shouts out.
I want that fucking citrine skin is what I want. That shit looks so cute. They made her look like a little, like, Swarovski crystal looking thing. I want that. I want to see what the fucking augment is that they're giving her whenever Isleweaver's out. Which is probably, like, end of the month at the latest, I have to assume. You will not be staying because you're a VOD watcher, but thanks for doing another RuneScape stream. Well, I have really good or bad news for you, as I might not even get around to playing RuneScape this stream. I'm realizing there's a lot more I want to talk about, and, I'm gonna be on Wayne's stream at 8. for Robot Alchemic Drive. This was kind of the joke of this stream, is that I would keep talking my way out of playing, Ratcatchers, which I'm probably just gonna actually do tomorrow. Well, please enjoy tomorrow's VOD then. And thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Oh, hi, Deskby.
I can't fucking wait for Robot Alchemic Drive. I wasn't able to be there for the first stream because that was like around the end of my visit with Puzz, and it was like, I would want to spend time with my wife instead.
Uh-huh. We had to cram in as much wife time as possible.
It was needed so badly. So desperately.
One, wife time was needed so badly.
It's always needed
2,
badly, though.
It's always needed badly. 2, because, like, best case scenario, you're out here twice a year, and, like, you know, the government, maybe less sometimes. But yeah, everyone who is in my area who's friends with Holly was like, oh my god, we need to see Holly before she goes.
See, they just need to give me a green card and dual citizenship in a way that doesn't fuck me over come tax time, and then I'll be so cute and so charming that they're forced to change their heart and, like, stop being shitty to immigrants. And then I can come whenever I want and also work. And also, life is better.
Literally, the town I live in should sponsor you to come over with, like, full rights and everything on the sheer basis of look what you've done for the local restaurant economy.
I come over and I spend so much fucking money on their restaurants and their grocery stores and their used game store, singular. I'm stimulating local economy. I should get a grant for this.
Literally, they could, like, pay you money to come over here, go to a restaurant every week or 2, and, like, rave about it on social media. This would be a benefit to the economy.
Yeah, but I also don't want to say the location because I don't want to dox you by accident!
It's too small of a town. We can't do it, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, I'm not actually married. I just call my partner my wife because we're basically committed for life by this point.
Yeah, we are in a multi-year committed relationship. The only thing between us and actual marriage is the fact that it's expensive and we would have to figure out, like, citizenship and shit.
Yeah, we're saving the actual legal marriage for, like, whenever we figure out, okay, this is where we want to move.
Yeah, either when we figure out where we want to live, or if we're like, well, it turns out if we get legally married, it's gonna make that process easier, so, sign on, honey.
Can you be the flower man at the wedding? Yeah, if we ever have a public ceremony, sure.
No, flower male specifically.
Oh, yeah, you can be the flower male.
Yay! My evil dream that is completely and utterly, like, impractical.
Real quick, because the stream went down for, like, 1 fucking second, it wants me to play the start of the stream ads again. I'm gonna hit that button. Sorry, it makes me do this. I wish Twitch was a good website.
Use Firefox and pop the stream out.
Yeah, tell them your evil dream, hun.
My evil dream is I want us to, you know, do the legalese, wedding, whatever. It's just signing paperwork. It don't mean nothing except to us.
Yeah.
And then have, like, 12 tiny weddings where we just travel around to different parts of, like, our mutual countries and, like, elsewhere in the world where we have friends and we're like, okay, we're in fucking Boston this week. Come to this restaurant where we're having our wedding.
Uh-huh.
And just do that so that all of our friends can be at our wedding without us having to, like, make people fly 5,000 miles to a wedding.
Uh-huh. 12 is very ambitious.
Well, they don't have to be big. They don't have to be expensive.
Traveling to 12 places is expensive.
I suppose. There can be a few months between each one.
I guess. It's a fun idea. I'm just now thinking about the logistics is all.
I want to have a band tour of weddings.
We'll do the Dave Matthews Band tour bus poop incident, but for marriage. Was that Dave Matthews Band? Hang on.
That was Dave Matthews Band, yeah.
Tour bus poop incident. That was Dave Matthews Band. Awesome. Okay. They're calling us the Dave Matthews Band of lesbian marriage.
They're always saying this. It's actually quite insulting.
They need to stop saying that to us.
We haven't even shit on anyone recently.
What do you mean recently?
Well, we haven't.
Ever!
That's recent.
You have such a way with words, and I'm never sure if that's a good thing or not.
Me either, baby.
I love you.
I love you too. What the fuck were we talking about before lesbian marriage shit incident?
Dave Matthews Band bus incident.
Oh yeah. Don't look
the
it up
Warframe
unless
panel.
you do. Yeah, Warframe panel was cool. Warframe panel was fun.
People are very sorry. This is the part of the stream where instead of like catching you up on my vacation, I just talk about Warframe for like 20 minutes.
Yay!
A lot of people feel like really strongly about the changes they're making to Valkyr. My reaction is mostly just a shrug and they'll touch up like healing and armor and health eventually. I think invincibility, just like, here's a button, you press it, you're invincible now, is really boring, so... The things they've made to change her make her look like she's, like, more interesting to play actively, so that's cool. They made her fucking Mortal Kombat get over here rip line, like, actually good now, so that's good. I'm happy about that shit. Basically everything else they showed off was like, yup, that seems fucking killer. I can't wait for that. Plus, Valkyr literally has the most armor in the game anyways. I mean, yeah, but the issue lies in just the way that, like, enemy damage numbers work in, like, higher level stuff, the way it scales up. You kind of hit a point where, like, you can be hitting, like, 99.999999999% damage reduction, and they're still able to do enough damage through that like it is a 1-tap or a 2-tap. Which, like, is a little on the extreme end of things. If we're just talking about Deep Archimedia and Temporal Archimedia, there's a little more breathing room if you have a lot of defense in that way. A little more. But it's still, like, the issue is that, and also the fact that, like, if you are investing in, like, health and armor specifically, you are using up way more of your, like, mod and arcane slots for that, as opposed to, like, if you were building for shield gating, or if you're building for even shield tanking. So, like, it has a much higher opportunity cost, and is much less effective. And understand, I'm saying this from the perspective as the person that likes doing health tanking, and tries to make any frame I can reasonably health tank with health tank. It's like a broader issue that needs to be explored somehow, in some way, at some point. But, like, I don't know. I don't have any fucking answers for that. I'm not a game developer. I think they should look at it. That'd be a pretty fucking huge, substantial thing to look at, so I'm not expecting that, like, in the next couple updates. But, like, I don't know, that's a feeling I've always had, so I'm glad this change is, like, kind of shifting the conversation about it to that. Also, a lot of people don't understand how, like, math works when they talk about it, because a lot of people are convinced that, like, investing in armor has diminishing returns when it's literally, like, a linear scaling function. It's not a diminishing return, it's the fact that enemy damage scales differently. I do like Arcane Battery, that shit is good. I've been playing a bunch of Corvex recently, I've been in love with Corvex. I'm not even using fucking Fused Crucible, because I feel like you hit a button, you're invincible is very boring, even if, like, Mega Boobs Laser nonstop is really fucking fun.
He does love his boobs laser.
They did give that motherfucker Mega Boobs Laser. Pride Month came out. Every fucking Pride Month, I'm like, is this the month that we're gonna get Gauss and Grendel, like, going sloppy style on each other? No, this month they're just straight up giving us Corvex Mega Boob Laser with gay color. It's really funny. It's really funny. Just like, alright, happy Pride. And, like, they go hard on the Pride Month stuff. It doesn't feel like some, like, roll my eyes at the corporate thing or whatever. They, like, straight up go out of their way to, like, commission and pay a bunch of queer artists in the community to, like, make new art for them. Which is cool as hell. And this year we got Mega Boobs Laser!
Hey, for no reason, have you checked your clan decorations recently?
No. Why? What's up?
Don't worry about it.
What do you mean? How would you know that? What do you mean?
Don't worry about it.
What? No, I haven't been able to play very much recently in general, so I haven't been to, like, the dojo. I know I gave, like, Sign and a couple folks, like, decorating power. What happened? How would you, of all people, know that? Who's telling you this? What is your source?
Friends.
I know you have friends. We have many friends. We have lots of love in our life. There's multiple this could be, though.
I have friends that play Warframe.
There's multiple that could be, though.
Uh-huh.
I need to know.
Don't worry about it.
I guess I'll boot that shit up later and look. Yeah, that was a really cool panel. It was like, I've never been to like one of those like live before, so that was like a really cool energy.
You got a heart.
Straight up, like when the panel ended, people were like, you know, getting up and clapping. I like held my hands up to do like a little heart with my hands together towards the stage, and creative director of Warframe, Rebecca Ford, looked in my general direction and did a heart hands back to me. So I feel pretty damn good about that. Like, let's go.
That was for you, honey. I refuse to hear any arguments to the contrary.
Yippee! They also, like, walked by us while we were in line, and, like, I didn't say nothing. I was shy, but it was like, oh, damn. Their outfits are really cool, and also, like, Jeff is here wearing a dad's clothes.
Yup.
One step closer to Holly and Warframe? I mean, hey, the next step is I put together a fucking, I don't know, a fucking voice reel so I can actually start seeking out more voice work, but, you know, that's a whole thing.
We should work on that together. We've talked a lot about, like, both one, if and when you visit next, and two, just in general, when we're, like, hanging out and working, like, stuff what you can work on. We should work on that, and the presentation, and the next PAX application.
Yeah, problem is I just got a lot of stuff I want or need to do, so a bunch of stuff always falls to the wayside. It is the way it is. I also want to, like, take time to not do work sometimes, so...
Yup.
It is what it is.
Needed badly.
And then right after that panel, we had to walk down to where the RTVS meetup was.
That was a ton of fun. There was a few of you.
My god, there were so many people there. It was, like, a little bit overwhelming to me. It was like, damn. Like, it's super gratifying and, like, super wonderful to see so many people, like, turn out and be like, yeah, I really love the stuff that you make, or like, yeah, the work you do means so much to me for such and such a reason, or like, yeah, I'm like a developer on a game that you played, and this is my partner, and I was just like, oh god damn, that's awesome. But also, if a lot of people are in one space and they're here to talk to me, it's like, oh, I'm gonna have a panic attack.
You were very brave.
I fucking tried. I held it together until right at the end, and then it was like, damn, my ass has to sit down and, like, not say anything for 20 minutes.
Yup.
Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm gonna go non-verbal now. Not tuning in, turning up, I guess. I did sign someone's Sonic plush as Vriska, because I thought that would be funny, because it came up in conversation. So I did it when no one was looking.
You told me that, and I, like, just looked at you in disbelief.
I also signed it as myself.
I still cannot believe that shit. You're the funniest person on Earth.
I don't even remember why it came up. I think it came up because Scorpy was making, like, a Homestuck joke about something or other.
These meetups are very funny for me, because it's like, one, I get to be, as we often are in these big crowd situations, your emotional support animal.
And thank you for that. It's needed badly.
I will always do this.
Whoop.
They need to
Hang
give
on.
me
I deleted someone's message by accident because I was trying to hit a button in my overlay, and then the chat scrolled up immediately. I didn't mean to delete that message. Sorry, you got caught in the crossfire.
you got Bubsied.
Yeah, I guess I did make that analogy earlier, didn't I?
You walked out in the line of fire.
Did Twitch blow up and explode? Yeah, it's my first stream back, and to celebrate, my ISP cut my connection for like 10 seconds.
So
as they are wont to do. They missed me so bad.
Yeah,
Bell Canada was like, wait, you're here, yay!
We have to explode now!
Yup. Maybe it's a sign that I'm just not gonna do Ratcatchers tonight. I mean, I guess if my ISP says so. What am I gonna do, you know? Oh, sorry guys, sorry.
There's no other way.
I'm gonna have to... I'm gonna have to message Brady and be like, hey, can you name this, like, stream VOD Holly doesn't play old school RuneScape? But yeah, the meetup was really cool. There were, like, so many people, some of which I, like, recognized, and some of which had, like, usernames I recognized.
Yeah, that's always fun. They're interesting for me, because, like, people tend to, like, come and hang out and talk to me, and none of them know who I am. Which is very funny.
That's the funniest part. You made me, like, a set of, like, kind of jokey, like, business cards, and I, like, personalized most of them.
I gotta get you more for next time, unless you want a different design next time.
Yeah, maybe. So if you got a card for me that had, like, its own little drawing on it, congrats. You are the only one who has a card like that. Can you see a card? I don't have any left.
I'll send you a picture, Adrian.
I literally don't think anyone that got one has posted, like, images of theirs anywhere, so it's an exclusive secret.
Which is really funny.
Uh-huh. I had to fucking scramble to get, like, a bunch of them, like, oh shit, I want to make, like, a drawing of, like, a thing someone has, or a thing someone said, or, like, the way this person's dressed. And I'm not very good at drawing on a good day, and I had to, like, do this with, like, a pen in one hand and the card in my other, and, like, make it real quick on a small canvas. It was awesome.
It must be emphasized, we were right next to the ocean with wind.
Oh, that too, yeah. I don't know, that was a lot of fun. It's always fun to see, like, the types of things that, like, people bring for the rest of the crew. I never announce that I'm coming to these, so, like, no one ever brings me things, because I never go, like, hey, if you want to bring me a thing, you can do it here. Because, like, I wouldn't know what to do with that.
Yeah.
Like, friends will bring me stuff, though, because they know I'm gonna be there, and it's like, I also don't know what to do with that!
Even with people not knowing you were going to be there specifically, there were many... We had many items we brought back from that meetup specifically.
Uh-huh. Simpleton gave me a fucking awesome... I have to dig him out. I, like, put him somewhere after digging him out of my suitcase. I got Red Luigi.
Red Luigi, I knew you were gonna say Red Luigi.
I got beautiful Red Luigi. And we also got, like, a little guy, Splatoon 3, whatever his name is. Little Buddy.
Little Buddy.
And that's still at your place. He's living with you.
I thought you took him back.
No, I did take him. You're right. I thought I left him with you, but I didn't.
Yeah, I put him and Appleman in the same little case. You also got Appleman.
Red Luigi is literally on my desk, and I forgot. I don't have my phone on hand. I can take a picture of it later and show Red Luigi. Red Luigi is honestly so impressive in so many ways. I'm afraid I'm gonna open up the packaging and, like, I don't know, I'm gonna get, like, a fucking botulism attack. It's gonna explode on me.
I literally pulled up the picture I took of all the stuff we packed with us from PAX in the meetup. Some of it is, like, stuff that we got, like, on purpose. Like, we went to the aquarium, which was fun, got some souvenirs.
We did go to the aquarium.
Yeah, we got some, like, Beanie Babies from a comic shop we went to. That was fun.
Aquarium was, like, the day of the meetup. We went in the morning.
Yeah!
Do you want to talk about the aquarium?
We should talk about the aquarium. I cried, like, 3 times.
Yeah, because you love the aquarium.
That, as y'all know, I'm from, like, New England, Boston-y area originally, and that was my childhood aquarium, so it felt like coming home. I missed her. I had a beautiful bonding moment with Myrtle the Turtle.
Myrtle the Turtle is so cute. And she's old as fuck.
She's like 70-something, right?
Uh-huh.
She's an old
she's like
lady,
between 70 and 90 or something like that.
Uh-huh. She's an old gal and she's still spry as ever.
Good for her.
But yeah, the aquarium was a ton of fun.
We were thinking originally it was just going to be like us, like going on a date together, and then Wayne was like, wait, I also want to go. So it was our beautiful date, and our friend Wayne was there. It was awesome.
There was a lot of moments at PAX where we were having a beautiful, tender moment as a couple in like a place that's
because
very
that's
special
how we are.
And Wayne was there.
Because like, that's how we are. We're always doing that shit to each other, so like by chance this is gonna happen if another friend of ours is around, you know?
We can talk about this. We did escort Wayne home after
my God.
Blunt incident.
I'm sure several of you have heard by this point that there was I am mean weed disaster. Disaster is perhaps not the right word for it. It was awesome.
It was really awesome. He's a changed man now.
Someone brought their own, like, rolled joints with really, really potent weed, and, like, taped it to a drawing of I Am Mean doing the Mario smoking weed pose. And Wayne was like,
Hang
this
on,
is
I have a
awesome. I want
really
you to
good
light the
picture
blunt
of
and
it.
I'm gonna take a hit off it. And so he did. So, like, on a good day, I struggle with the smell of weed. Like, it makes me feel nauseous. This was, like, the primo shit. This was, like... I had to actively tell myself, okay, I have to hold this together or I'm gonna be yartzing all over this dock.
I was a good 10 feet minimum, probably closer to 20 feet away, like, sitting on a bench, like, keeping out of the way, watching everyone's stuff. I was talking to a very lovely gal who drove up. I don't remember your name, but shouts out if you're around.
Mm-hmm.
And wearing, like, an N95 because, you know, I have asthma. I'm staying safe.
Yeah.
I could smell that shit as if it was next to me.
I could smell it all right through my mask. It's like I wasn't wearing nothing at all. That shit was strong. That he took a hit off that and it changed him.
He was not. Someone posted you could divide up the meetup between pre and post I Am Mean Blunt, and they were right.
You could divide his life into that. Wayne Radio TV is now a different man. It was awesome.
There's a beautiful moment where we were waiting for, like, an Uber back to the hotel or whatever, and somehow everyone else ended up leaving in 2 different parties except me, Holly, and they forgot Wade.
So no. This is you have to understand. The meetup ends. Wayne is like, "Oh my god, I'm high out of my mind right now. Oh my god, I have like a very short business meeting with people. I have to go do that." And, like, you know, bring someone else with him. And, like, you know, very quickly he's like, oh, okay, so we're, like, all gonna go back to this place and meet up, right? Yeah, sure, let's do that. Assumes that means he's gonna, like, go back with certain people, who then don't assume that and go on their own. And, you know, he's, like, talking to these people. It, as far as I know, goes good. I think he also, like, brings Balp with him just so he has, like, you know, a sober driver with him.
Yeah, Balp was in there as backup, which thank God.
And then there's, like, just, you know, some of us left and people are going, like, okay, so we're all still meeting up here. Let's, like, all make our way there. And Wayne is just assuming, oh, yeah, I'm just gonna go with, like, whoever, right? And I don't know if he communicates that with anyone, because people are just going without him.
Yeah. Part of what happened is, like, fucking shouts out to Kami. It has kind of come to a point where Kami and I are, like, grasping hands going, let's plan stuff. So, like, Kami gets one big car and I order another. We're like, okay, so we have 2 cars that'll get us all here. But then a bunch of, like, I think it was, like, the item label team basically split off because, like, hey, we need to do some stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, a couple other people were like, oh, we'll go and, like, see what's up with that. So...
Or, like, some people went to do their own thing, stuff like that.
Yeah, so long story short, one party departs for the hotel, another party departs to do their own thing, and Wayne is high out of his mind, like, okay, so where are folks? Are we about to leave? Are they waiting for the car? We're like,
they left.
Come with us, man.
Wayne, they left. You're gonna come with us.
Yeah. And so, like, the car is pulling up, and it's like, okay, there's 3 of us. One of us is gonna have to get in the front. And Wayne's like, oh, I'll go. And then physically, like, stops, looks down at the drawing in his hand with the huge as fuck blunt that is still, like, emitting smoke because he just barely put it out, and is like, maybe I don't, actually.
That was awesome.
Yeah. And then he almost couldn't get us back to his room.
He
walked, like, 5 or 6 doors.
Stop! The man's not here to defend himself! You're putting him on blast like this! Cut it out!
I say it with love, it was really funny!
Still, that's his to tell. Come on.
Okay.
So the meetup was neat.
The meetup was great. Hanging out with friends afterwards with pizza and shit was awesome.
Hopefully I will be up to go to the next one. We'll see.
Uh-huh. If you're not, no pabello.
I know. And then the day after that was Scorpy's panel.
Which, hopefully you have all seen Scorpy's panel by now. Holy shit.
I think it's like finally been put up on their YouTube.
Yeah, it's up on PAX, and like the Scorpy perspective is on on Scorpy's channel.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna put a supercut together at some point, I think. What a good fucking panel.
Really good panel.
I knew like bits and pieces of what it was gonna be, so it was like, damn, I can't fucking wait for that. And just kept telling Puzz like, oh, I hope you're ready. I hope I get ready for it.
Yeah, Holly told me nothing.
That's the ideal experience. You're not allowed to know nothing till you see it.
It's awesome.
I hope you all understand why discs are so beautiful now. And also like the angels and shit.
Oh, that was beautiful. We got deep into the reaction kayfabe, as it were. Hopefully, I had multiple people message me like, "Hey, I'm pretty sure I heard you scream, 'Get that guy.'"
You have a very distinct voice, and you love being really loud.
It's my character.
It's part of it.
Also, like, gesturing at you a little bit, my
What?
love.
What's up?
You were shouting like it was a wrestling match. It was awesome.
It was. He was fighting those damn discs. You saw the outfit he walked up in. You saw how he walked into the theater.
Oh, such a fucking good outfit.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, that's one thing I forgot to say about the meetup. Someone did give you a Planet 51.
Oh, yeah. Someone brought like a Planet 51 online card and was like, someone has to take this, but you have to promise to stream it. No one else took it, so I said, okay. So I guess I have to stream that now. Eventually.
It was like pristine too.
Yeah, where did I put it? It's also on my desk. It is like spotless. I had to like bury this in my suitcase under like sandwiched between my clothes to make sure that it didn't get like injured or anything. Planet 51 Online is a virtual world for kids to play, chat, and interact with friends. This card provides you in-game currency for Planet 51 Online that, once activated, enables purchase of added features available through payment only. Well, I have this now, so I guess I have to play Planet 51. I don't know if I'm doing that this month. I might have a lot going on this month, considering the things I want to do this month or get back to this month, but I have it now, and it's a sword looming over my head, I suppose. Forever.
It's yours now.
It is mine now.
But yeah, disc panel is so fucking good.
Yup. I hope my friends get the opportunity to do another panel live at some point.
Oh, they deserve it. It was so fun. It was really awesome. The crowd was great. It says something about the community y'all have constructed that everyone who was there in that room was immediately like, "Yep, we're playing along. We're part of the scenario. We're all in. We are playing in the space."
So that was PAX East.
Yeah, that was basically the last thing we did. After that, we went back to our scary hotel and got burgers and waited for our flight because we were tired.
It was neat, and we did a little bit of carousing around Boston with friends, and that was fun. And then I spent the next couple of weeks at Puzz's place just kind of relaxing because I was exhausted from travel and from being social.
Yeah, had a lot of good food, saw some friends. You came to my work a bit. I had a lot of fucking work to do, unfortunately, which made me a little sad.
I don't fucking mind. You got a day job. You gotta do it. I helped look after the cat.
Yeah, lots of nice time with Kiki, who loves her mommies.
She was so happy when I got over. She was like, "Wait, I remember you. I love you. I'm gonna meow at you and bump into your legs and sit next to you and not let you get up. And you have to play with me. I'm Kiki." Happy. And she only wanted to attack your skull a little bit.
Only a little bit. Mostly she preferred to lay on your sweater or attack the Smile for Me box set.
It was so hard to have to take that sweater away from her when I was packing up to go. It was so sad.
I know, it's okay. She's been recovering by attacking my sweater that I left on the floor.
Good for her.
Again, I'm literally scrolling through my pictures to remind me what we fucking did. We did finally go to the really good Cajun place.
Oh, that fucking Creole place near where you live is so fucking good. We went on a night when they were doing live music, and it was fucking great. They played a bunch of jazz music that I recognized, and a bunch where I was like, I gotta look up that artist later so I can listen to their shit. I had, like, actual red beans and rice for the first time, and my god, I get it now. I get it now.
It was a bit of a pricey place, like, they're a little bit higher end, but my god, was it worth it.
I do want to go back next time I'm over. I gotta fucking risk it, because they had, like, this really fucking good-looking catfish, but it's, like, cooked with, like, shrimp, I think, and I've got a bit of a sensitivity to shrimp now, but it's like, I gotta do it. I gotta risk it. It's worth it. If I die, I die.
Well, hopefully you don't.
Well, it's not the plan. I don't think it would kill me. It would just make me, I'm not gonna end that sentence, actually.
I know what you mean.
You do. Speaking of shrimp incidents, we finished recording the real-time fan dub for Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That was a lot of fun. I'm excited for people to, like, eventually get to hear that whenever Penny is able to get it edited and put out. It was a lot of fun to put together.
It's very fun. One, not like I would tell any of you people what I heard anyway, but two, I also couldn't spoil anything if I wanted to, because all I had was Holly's, like, side of things, and you guys have heard the trailer. You know the Sora voice.
Yeah, like I was about to say, you've all seen the trailer, you know what the voice sounds like. Every single time I get out of one of those recording sessions, I'm like, damn, I just spent the past multiple hours, or whatever, speaking in, like, a monotone voice, like, very flat, matter-of-fact affectation. Is that funny? Was that anything? Or was I just giving, like, a school lecture?
And then everyone in call tells you, yes, Holly was everything.
Everyone is like, no, what the fuck are you talking about? We were hooting and hollering, didn't you hear? And it was like, yeah. I guess you're right, huh? It's so funny. The one recording where I'm like, oh, finally, I don't have, like, the anxiety of being like, oh, am I any good at this? Am I just gonna be bad? It's not that at all. It's I get done and I'm like, wait, I just sounded, like, really bored that whole recording. Was that any good? Wait, the voice I was doing on purpose. Wait! I do keep thinking about that one post that Penny made on Tumblr where, like, someone sent her an ask that was like, oh my god, are you guys gonna have the whole dub just being you talking about how stupid Kingdom Hearts is? And her response, which was 100% true, I do need to stress, was just, mostly we were talking about butt doctors. That's got a payoff that I only sort of remember, so look forward to that.
Please look forward to something I don't know about.
Everyone's always saying that these days.
We went to IKEA. I just remembered that.
We did go to IKEA. I keep thinking about the last line recorded for the dub, and I cannot tell you what it is yet, obviously. But I keep just looking back on that moment and just, like, smiling serenely to myself, like, damn. We are pretty funny, huh? I gotta get around to playing Kingdom Hearts.
We've talked about maybe making that a summer project, but
maybe, but
well,
that's
we'll
ambitious
see.
Considering what, like, summer travel plans might end up being.
Yeah, we would have basically a month if our travel plans go as they currently lay.
Maybe.
Which, you know, not impossible, a little tight with, hey, I have a job and we both want to stream other things.
That might be like maybe we aim for like October or something.
The summer of October.
No, that's not how the seasons work. I checked.
Understand?
So summer is when it's summer. Not when it's October.
Now here's the thing, honey. Here's the thing, honey.
No, here's the rhino. Hang on, where'd I put the...
The thing is, I am in Southern California. October is still kind of summer. That shit lasts until November if you're unlucky.
And the rhino is here.
What?
What's wrong?
Oh god. Watch out, honey, get behind me.
Whatever?
He's very slowly approaching. Oh no, never mind, he got past you really fast.
What do you do? Who? What? What's going on?
Oh god, he's come back for another round.
Are you okay? What's going on?
Get behind me, honey!
What are you talking about? We're in a damn Discord call.
It's the rhino.
What? No, it's BlusterKong.
Oh god, he's so big now!
No, it's BlusterKong. What's wrong?
Oh god, BlusterKong is so big now!
No, I don't have the sound on hand, sadly. We went to IKEA with some friends.
That was fun. Neither of us have ever been in, like, the IKEA part of an IKEA before.
No, I have. I told you I have, but it was like 10, 20 years. I told you multiple times. It's just been like a decade or more, and you were like, damn, yeah, it's your first time. No!
I keep forgetting!
I got to eat those damn meatballs again, and they were fucking good.
I was pleasantly surprised. I got the vegetarian IKEA meatballs, and those were actually really good.
Yeah, I had one of yours, and the texture was great, and so was the taste.
It's always such a gamble with, like, meat replacements.
Like, they seem to have, like, some pretty fucking solid vegetarian options there, which is neat.
Yeah, very, very grateful for that.
And then we walked around the show floor for, like, hours and saw a bunch of shitty chairs and not shitty chairs.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun, playing house with our friends in all of the display rooms, and two, trying out all the chairs and couches and beds and desks as if we were actually going to make a purchase for our home.
It's fun to be like, yup, this one's great. We both love it. Let's get this one for our house that we definitely both own together and live in, where we have room for furniture.
Now we have to discuss colors. What is this gonna pair well with the carpeting?
I don't know if this is gonna look so good with the lampshade that we have.
Oh, and we have to get this for the porch.
Oh, and the neighbors will just love this. It's awesome. It's fun to play pretend.
It's fun to play toys, and I only got a little bit sad about not actually being able to get my wife a nice armchair.
You can get me an armchair later. It's fine. Get yourself a damn armchair first.
I'll get an armchair and/or a love seat or couch once I have more than one room in my apartment.
You think I got room where I'm at? Oh, someday. The beautiful, wonderful dream of having, like, a small apartment together.
The dream of having a bedroom that is not also my kitchen.
Our greed is sickening, I know.
They should fucking get us.
Oh, they have.
Oh.
The rhino's right here, hun.
God damn it. This shit again with the rhino. He does this every time we talk about getting a new armchair.
Let's fucking blow this guy up. Got him.
He's so small now.
He's gone. So that was fun.
It was a good time.
Yeah. Was there anything else in specific that we did, like, together that's worth talking about? There was just a lot of, like, hanging out and chilling and, like, watching or reading stuff or whatever.
A lot of good food. We can talk more about food if we want. You got to finally have your tender moment with Tracy Tree.
Oh yeah, we went to like the one local mall that has the fucking Rainforest
local,
Cafe
it's a
in
ways
it.
away.
That's still local to me. It's
I have to place distance between myself and there for safety.
we can get a car ride there, and it's got stores, so it's local in my head. That's like what I'm talking about, my fucking local library that's like, you know, almost an hour car ride away from where I live.
True.
So Tracy Tree was there. I wasn't expecting her to have the voice of, like, a white woman giving me a Spotify ad, but that's what she sounded
really
like.
does.
And I did put my hand right in her mouth and had a beautiful, soulful moment.
I obviously we're not gonna show it on stream, but I did get a picture of you two, and you just look so tender. Like, it really does look like you're having a spiritual moment together.
Awesome.
Like, both of your eyes are closed, you look like so at peace.
I don't remember how I looked at all when I did it. And I also remember you, like, showing me the picture and being like, damn, I didn't know I was doing that at all.
We also got to see her scare the crap out of two teenagers, which was very funny.
They were not expecting her to open her eyes and start talking to them. It was great.
Yeah, I literally, like, I was coming up behind them like, oh, where'd my wife go? I want to get a picture of her with Tracy Tree. We want to finally document this moment. And they were, like, peeking at her, and one of them, like, lifted the eyelid because they realized it was loose, saw there was eyes under there, and, like, jumped away like, ugh. And then immediately after that, her eyes snapped open and she started talking.
Awesome.
It was really good.
So that was cool that I got to finally give her my devotion of love. And I got to try Popeye's chicken for the first time.
You did enjoy your Popeyes. You liked it so much you asked for it again.
Yeah, and then I got too much and it made me sick.
This keeps happening with American chicken restaurants specifically.
Because their shit is good and I want it, but it's all fucking fried and they make a big portion and I keep forgetting that it's huge portion and I'm always like, I should get some. But I also want to try a couple other things. Ooh, that'll be fine. I was like, yep, I'll get like a chicken sandwich and like 2 tenders. That sounds small, 2 tenders. I'll get that. And I get 2 tenders and 2 tenders is bigger than the fucking sandwich. And it's like, oh. Oh. Well, that's alright, I guess. I didn't get to try the stupid pickle drink that they had because when I wanted to order it, it wasn't on the online ordering menu anymore, so.
Which is really sad.
Popey's chicken was okay. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't make me feel like the same amount of like nauseous as Cane's did, which made me sad because I like Cane's, but it hurts me.
Yup. Every time Holly comes to visit, she picks a new American restaurant she wants to try, and I get it for her no matter what.
I don't know what to try next time. Sonic, maybe?
Oh, God.
What's
I
up?
mean, I'll do it for you.
Thanks, I love you!
I admittedly have specific, like, memories around Sonic that make it maybe more mediocre than it actually is, but also I never hear anything good about Sonic.
Oh, you've told me. Don't you worry. I've heard. I also want to do fucking Taco Bell, but, like, anytime I'm like, I could do Taco Bell, it's like, yeah. Or we could go down to, like, any of the places that do, like, actually really good tacos that are, like, a 5, 10, 15-minute walk away from us.
Mm-hmm. See, what's gonna happen is it's gonna be like what Denny's should have been, but I made Denny's happen with sheer force of will. It has to be like we're at a con or like an airport or something and we're just hungry. It's like, okay, we just gotta get something. Oh, Taco Bell is open.
Dude, is an airport gonna have a fucking Sonic in it, though?
No, I'm talking specifically about Taco Bell. They're definitely not gonna have a Sonic in an airport.
Is an airport gonna have a Taco Bell?
They might.
Damn. Taco Bell before you fly sounds like the worst mistake you could ever make.
Yup.
That sounds like a really, really deeply bad idea.
Nightmare zone. Sonics are specifically, like, those are, like, drive-in type.
The trick about Sonic is you actually should get the chili dog. Awesome, that's what I was gonna get anyway, so... Although, I do have really funny, fond memory of one of the times I was visiting Puzz was when Wayne was doing the Sonic Subathon, and he got, like, a chili dog from Sonic, and then I got, like, a chili dog from a local place that I think is now shut down. And I had a great chili dog experience, and he didn't.
Yup.
So that was wonderful. I had another different really good chili dog from, like, a local diner this time as well.
Oh, yeah, we went to the local diner a couple times, once for lunch and once for breakfast, and both times it was great.
Someone there, like, had, not someone there, one of our fucking friends, why am I wording it like that? One of our friends that we went with, we went for, like, brunch, got, like, something with, like, gyro meat in it, and I was so curious because it was, like, this is, like, a fucking super Americana-focused diner, like, you know, eggs and bacon and sandwiches and soup of the day and shit like that. So I was like, why the fuck do they got a gyro? Is that gonna be any good? Is that gonna be, like, anything at all? And I was, like, making puppy dog eyes, and my friend, like, can I try some of your gyro meat? That's not true. He offered already, but mentally that's what it felt like. And I had a bite of it, and it was like, why is this so fucking good? Damn. So I gotta go get that shit now, I guess.
We gotta go back. I love the local diner. I also want to go to the less local but nearby diner that's owned by the lesbians, because when we went there last
that
time,
place
it
was so good. Dude, the fucking
Yeah,
Butch Diner, it's needed badly.
Yeah, I gotta ask our friends what the name of that place is again so that I can, like, write it down and we can go.
I'm still thinking about that fucking peach compote that I had on whatever I ordered there.
Oh, that was so good.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Yeah, I should get a pie from there next time you visit so we can try it.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I won't say where I live because none of y'all get to know that. But it's in a place with, like, an embarrassment of really good local food, so it makes it really tough when, one, just to be here in general, because it's like, oh, but there's so much good food I could get out. I can pick it up on my way home from work. It's walking distance. But then also, especially when Holly's here, because, like, Holly likes food. Holly likes to try things.
I do, and I like cooking, too.
So, like, every time Holly's in town, it's like, okay, we need to try as much local food as possible. And this is why they should give my wife a grant to be here, because she stimulates the local economy.
Fucking, what, they could hire me to work for the fucking newspaper or whatever, write a fucking rag about local food, I'll do that shit. I'll like, write, like, a 30-paragraph essay about how much this, like, one taco place, like, is really understanding, like, the power of the humble chorizo or whatever. I'll do that shit, I don't care.
We had a few outings to the old reliable, the local taco place and like that. They're still doing it.
Yeah. A couple of times some of the meat from, like, some things I ordered was, like, a little dry, but also I think that's just kind of how they do that specific thing.
Part of that is also my fault because I forgot that lately they've been, like, they basically have, like, a serve yourself station for all the salsas.
I mean, sure, but that doesn't
whatnot.
change how, like, the meat itself is cooked, you know? That's different.
That's true.
We did also keep forgetting that, like, oh, if you're getting it to go, they expect you to, like, go to the little cart they have on the side with, like, the salsa and shit to get your own salsa. Because, like, a year or two ago, they were just like, yep, we're giving you a little thing of the salsa, here you go.
Yep. I think they might have either, like, new management or just, like, hired some new folks, because, like, some of the stuff's being done different. It's still fucking good. In some ways, it's, like, only improved. We mutually agreed to go my whole fucking office, like, one of the last days Holly was in town, and, like, 2 of my coworkers had never been, and the other one had been last, like, literally 10 years ago when it first opened. And, like, addendum, my boss is Mexican, he is Hispanic. and, like, the consensus was, I think it might be good now because they have actual Mexican people, like, doing the cooking and management.
Oh
Like,
my
this
god,
is
did
being
they
made
not at
Mexican-
first?
Apparently, he was like, yeah, these are being made Mexican style now and not like white people Mexican food.
Right. Oh, that's so fucking funny that it used to not be like that. I'm glad they fucking took over.
Uh-huh. Well deserved. It's
Uh-huh.
good shit at a good price now.
Ugh, I do also want to go back to Grand Central Market.
Oh my god, yeah, we didn't really have time to like go into the city
Nope.
this time, and like it's needed.
Yeah, next time we just gotta like plan it in advance on like a weekend or something.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, that's about the gist of it. There's not like much too exciting to share about like the other week, because it was mostly just like, yeah, I was sleeping in and playing with the cat and like kissing my partner and watching birds.
Mm-hmm. You met me for lunch a few times, or like I came home for lunch.
Yeah, or
came
I
to
like
campus
came out
and
to your
hung out, which was
campus.
nice.
Very pretty campus, by the way. Very nice to walk around.
I'm very lucky in that regard. I keep like wandering out to find places to sit on lunch while it's like while the students are gone and it's quiet and it's like, oh, beautiful.
It is beautiful. I got to see turtles.
Yeah, there's nice turtles there.
Dirtles.
Oh, the turtles world.
Oh, dirtles.
Hey, do you hear something?
Yeah, it's the Super Mario Sunshine Shine Get. Yahoo! Yippee!
Yeah, I don't got that no more.
Oh, right, because I'm not screen sharing it with you.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
I
it's
heard
like...
someone like running in the distance.
That's weird. Why do you hear that?
I don't know.
Scary.
It's quite strange.
It is like almost 7:20 p.m. and I do need to make dinner before
Oh my
Rad
God, you
tonight
need
with
to
Wayne.
eat.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry now. I had like a late filling breakfast lunch. So like I was not in the mood for food until like right now when I'm hungry again. My ass made eggs on a bagel. It was good.
Oh God, I wish that were me.
Uh-huh. What's for dinner? I'm probably having a pita with some hummus and some feta and some veggies. That shit sounds good right now. I got some radishes in the fridge.
I want her.
Come on over.
Okay.
Yay! Now let me get fucking not Funky Kong, Bluster Kong off the screen. Okay, so I am about to end the stream. However, there was big RuneScape news I did want to share. Because I was playing a bit in my off time, and I was playing a bit before I went on vacation, and all that stuff. Did a bunch of achievement diaries. Here's the big news. Is it on the summary? Let's see. It is not. Okay. Here's the big news. I did get Rock Golem.
Rock golem.
So I have a pet at like level 82 mining. And that motherfucker is adorable. And I just got that guy when I was like, okay, fuck it. I'll finish like getting my Motherlode Mine collection log. My favorite piece of content, Motherlode Mine. I'll finish getting all the stuff from that. And I got Rock Golem in the middle of it. Which is like, wait, that's my boy now, who lives in my house. So I have that. And also have Shield Left Half, which I got doing fucking achievement diary stuff. And got the whole Winter Todd outfit. That's the only pet I have. Aside from like Pet Rock, which you get from a quest, and Cats, which you get from a quest. And Cats, which I'll be using to do Ratcatchers, which I'll probably do tomorrow if I stream tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, then like probably Monday morning, afternoon. Also, I'm almost 75 ranged, and there's a weird looking rabbit. RuneScape rabbits look kind of gross. They're so weird looking.
They got a little bit of that hair in them.
Uh-huh. Also, I have an Amulet of Glory now because I'm in a group Iron Man, and I got a bunch of the fucking Dragon Stones and gave them to Osk, who has like 75 crafting, so she can just boost to 80. So she made the whole group a bunch of glories. So we got those now. That's cool. That's my update. You got it. That's RuneScape. You got RuneScape today. You can't complain false advertising. Aside from the Ratcatchers bit, which I didn't do. That you can complain about. But don't worry. I've heard all of your complaints. Holly, it's so sad you're not doing the worst quest in old school RuneScape. We want you to do it. We need you to do it so badly. We need you to play it. We have to see you play the bad quest that you're not doing. And don't worry. I need to get that shit done because I want to do my fucking Falador achievement diary. So the next time I stream RuneScape, probably tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. Or like Monday or something. No more fucking around. We're doing Ratcatchers, bitch.
Yup.
Bitch.
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 Bitch. Oh, also I got, M or P? Also I got the Blood Moon chestplate and the dual Makowit.
Ooh.
So I have my awesome abs out jaguar outfit and my swords. I still don't have pants yet. I still don't have Barrow's pants yet.
No pants even.
No fucking pants for her. She doesn't get those. She don't fucking get those.
That's so sad.
It's not allowed. It's not okay. Well, that's our catching up stream. More or less. Hope you liked it. Sorry I didn't do the thing I said I was going to do, but I did the other thing instead.
We've been yapping. We've been catching up.
Uh-huh. No rats yet. They're too hard to catch.
Someday.
It's too hard. We got some ideas for like stuff we want to stream soon and stuff I want to stream soon and stuff I want to get back to and all that. The big sort of plan for June, and I don't know how well I'm going to hold myself to this, but the plan, at least of right now, is there's a bunch of RPG Maker games I want to play. I want to start In Stars in Time. I want to start Look Outside. I want to get to a couple of the little ones that Splendid Land has made. I want to play fucking Space Funeral. And there's like another or a couple other Catamites games I want to check out. RuneScape is an RPG. It's not an RPG Maker game, but it's an RPG.
We'll allow it.
I mean, of course I'm going to allow it. It's my damn stream.
Well, the boss says it's okay.
We did look outside, and I'm wondering if maybe we shouldn't. I don't know. Maybe this time it'll be different. Maybe it's good now. I don't know. I mean, they put out like patches and stuff for the game. Maybe it's fine. It's literally the title of the game, so like, it wouldn't be that big of a problem, would it?
It's the first thing they tell you to do.
It'll be fine, probably. But yeah, that's the plan. As of right now, we'll see what I'm actually able to do as the month goes on, but I got some stuff I went to play, and I'm excited to show it to folks. We do got a bit of fan art to show off.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, also, unrelated, Puzz and I and a friend of ours started watching Gundam, like the fucking original 79 Gundam. It's fucking fun so far. It's very funny watching an old cartoon and seeing how old it is and how old it sounds.
It's very fun seeing it and going, ah, yes, this is the foundations on which every other Gundam and 90% of other mech animes are built.
Uh-huh. Breaking news, I just looked out my window and one of the baby rabbits is in view. Little guy is hopping around eating grass. Let's go.
Little bunny.
I literally did have a moment, Adrian, of like looking at my screen and going, wait, that's Char. I know him from his counterattack. And from all the yaoi people draw.
That's Char Ansible.
Wait, that's him. I know him. That's Quattro Bagina.
I know him from Winona's posts.
Awesome. Oh, little rabbit. Okay, fan art. Let me show that off. There was also a good video posted. I will not be showing it off just for the sake of time. I'll probably show it off next stream then. But this good as fuck animatic or animation, whatever you want to call it, was done by Whimsy Cherry for Yoshi taxes. It was good. So thank you very much for that. I will shout you out while I can see you in the chat right now. I seen it. That shit was awesome. I'll show it off on stream next time. We have these fucking Lego BBs from Justin.
I am obsessed with the shape of these.
The second one!
Yup, that's a BB.
Fuck, yes! I almost did it. I didn't end up doing it in the end. I almost took my, my BB plush with me to PAX, but I didn't want to, like, injure it in, like, my bag or anything. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
These are good fucking BBs. Holy shit. Holy fuck.
Really good BBs.
Extremely good to look at. Probably feels really bad in the hand because it's got sharp Lego edges.
Mm-hmm. But so beautiful to perch on your porch or windowsill.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
So I described it as a pet, and they're so right.
And this is from Sign.
Oh, that's a little bit how it felt.
Little bit. Oh, awesome. Thank you, my friend. It is always wonderful to see your art.
Yay! Really fucking good.
Okay, my ass is fucking hungry. You are gonna see me on Wayne's stream in, like, 30 minutes or so. For more Robot Alchemic Drive.
You will not see me, because I have to do chores.
Have fun doing chores!
I'll do my best.
You hope Nanao will be safe? God, no. She's gonna get in fucking trouble. Her job is gonna end. Grandma's in danger? Awesome. Okay, I will probably be live tomorrow, and then I will hopefully have a schedule for the next coming week set up at some point soon. Because I want to get back to doing it regularly, so I gotta hold myself to schedule to do that. Yay!
Yay, yippee!
Okay, have a good rest of your day. I'm gonna go eat pita bread or something.
Enjoy pita bread and enjoy your days. I will be somewhere doing something. Maybe you'll know, maybe you won't.
That's scary. I love you.
I love you.
Can't wait for Bubsy 3D tomorrow? I said $1,000. By the end of the day. There's still time, I guess. Don't bet on it. Unless...